Hey there, this is Troy Baker, and this is a piece of Schmidt.
Welcome to episode 8 of A Piece of Schmidt, the extra special girlfriend episode. We have my lovely significant other, Becca, of episode 1.
Of season.
Season 1, episode 1. And
my lovely significant other, Donnie.
you copied my intro, bro.
Yes, this is a great intro.
Yeah, so audio is now on Bandcamp.
Bandcamp, you switched it up on us.
I switched to Bandcamp because SoundCloud was charging me.
Oh.
So we're famous. So Bandcamp, it is literally apieceofschmidt.bandcamp.com. It's very simple. And I have episodes 4, 5, 6, 7 audio up. And then, so those will go up on Friday. We record on Thursdays, and then the video for each podcast goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Let us know what you think, what topics you want us to talk about. Today we're going to start with Donnie.
Yes. My topic is best video game settings and locations. When I think of this, I think of Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always thought, of course, since I live in Seattle, I thought maybe the Pacific Northwest Seattle kind of.
But it would have to be dystopian too, so it would be torn apart Seattle.
The space, would be in half or something, and there'd be the natural wildlife would be all weird
that's
and
the cool part.
radiated.
And that's what I like. Oh, you guys haven't got to that part yet. Never mind.
Oh. Last of Us?
Yeah.
Oh.
He keeps trying to spoil it.
Almost spoiled my favorite part in the game. So.
Is that Thin Ice? Because you keep talking about Thin Ice.
Mighty Thin Ice is Goosebumps. And this is Goosebumps too, but it's also
What is Mighty Thin Ice?
It's a part of Last of Us. It's his favorite scene, but he's not going to tell me about it because I don't want him to ruin it for me.
Okay, well, I don't know what that scene is.
I'll explain later. But, so did you guys play Second Son at all?
No. I got my PS4 pretty late. I haven't picked that one up yet, so.
Yeah.
Because that's the current Seattle done pretty well. It's a very, very beautiful game. And they got the Space Needle in there. But it's not torn apart. That's the cool part about the Fallout games is so much rubble and everything's decrepit and
the monuments are almost
you could go through Pike's Place and be all destroyed and creepy,
full of ghouls.
But they'd be covered in algae or something because it's from the water.
And that part is actually weird too because in Infamous they couldn't put Pike's Place in there. Because they didn't get the rights to it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so there's no, you go to where it should be and it's nothing.
To be fair, everything's in the wrong spot.
Everything's fairly laid out very similarly. I knew how to get to Pike's Place if I wanted to, but there's nothing there. But there is the gum wall. You can see.
Of course. Yeah. Have the gum wall.
Because I'm not sure anybody has a copyright on the gum wall.
Just a disgusting tourist area. Have you actually seen the gum wall? Been there? It is disgusting. Yeah, it's great. And all the tourists are there touching it.
Yeah.
That's just why. Why would you do that?
We're Seattle.
I mean, it's cool if you're a tourist to be like, hey, look at the gum wall.
Yeah.
But, I don't know if you...
Nobody would be like, look at the gum wall. Except for, a 5-year-old, right? And then it's no.
Yeah.
But it's adults that are ooh. I thought that Vegas was a great setting for the fall. I thought New Vegas was really fun.
I loved it, but my biggest problem with New Vegas is there's so much empty space before you get to Vegas itself.
Oh, yeah.
It's there's desert over there, and more desert over there.
It took me a long time to get that game because there is so much emptiness at the beginning.
It takes a while to get actually into Vegas and the game. The factions.
And I thought that would be the end. It took so long. I was I'm finally here. 20 hours. And then they're no, there's so much more.
Something the wildlife for Fallout 4 or Fallout 5 in our area would be cool because Sasquatch would become real. Or that's what the super mutants would be.
Right.
Sasquatches.
That's weird Mirelurks somehow make
crabs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those big crabs from Skyrim.
Oh, with the top hat.
Seattle would be cool, actually.
I think what other cool cities.
I still want feudal Japan for Assassin's Creed game.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a clear...
And not like the 2D one they're making. Like a full 3D open world, become a ninja.
Climbing up like temples. And
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, the next one we get is Victorian England.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, that's like the same thing as like all the other ones,
What's
though.
the difference?
Oh, Renaissance Italy. Oh, what is it? Revolutionary France. Oh.
Yeah.
Like...
It's all European based.
It's all like
all
white people.
That's why Black Flag was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's different.
It was. Very different.
And the one they're making, the one in China, is not...
It's 2D. It's 2D, like, side-scrolling and stuff.
Oh. That's weird.
Chronicles.
I don't understand the decisions that people decide to make.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy.
Hell, even...
Assassin's Creed. Ninja!
Yeah.
Come on! That should be the second one.
Think of this one. Assassin's Creed in, like, Russia during one of their many revolutions would be cool, too.
Yeah.
Just something different.
Yeah.
Something.
Right. I can't tell the difference. If you put me in a city and was like, which Assassin's Creed game is this?
Yeah.
I'd be like...
Oh, wait, is it more deserty? Okay, it's gotta be number 1 or 4 or something, yeah.
I would not even know.
Unless it's Assassin's Creed Black Flag, then it's like, oh, I'm on a ship. Cool.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they had ships in Unity, though, right?
Yeah, they had ships in Unity, and then they got rid of them, and...
Is that the new one?
That's the one on the 360.
No, that's the...
Unity.
Rogue is the...
Rogue is the one they had chips. I don't think they did in Unity.
Not in Unity, though. Okay.
Unity was awful.
Yeah.
You hated that.
Yeah. Because it did exactly what I knew it would. It glitched so heavily in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah,
like I fell through the world.
Oh my god.
In the first 20... Like, are you fucking kidding me?
He rage quit that game. Just like, done.
No, it wasn't a rage quit. It was a disappointment quit.
It's like, okay.
It's like a parent. Like, you didn't piss me off. Like, I'm not mad at you, but I'm disappointed.
Disappointed you with Assassin's Creed.
So it's like in Fallout 3 when Liam Neeson's... I mean, it's your dad says, don't come with me. It's like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. That's so fun walking around like this tall in that game. Like, oh my god, this is so weird. Like, there's indie games that do that. Like, there's a scary game where you're a little bit, you're a baby, and you like explore the house and like weird stuff happens and stuff. But you're a little baby and it's like that weird perspective.
Yeah.
We saw that.
That one with the teddy bear.
Yeah.
Like you go into the kitchen and the dining table's like huge and you're like, oh, that's weird.
Are we talking I Am Bread?
Oh god.
Oh man. Or have you?
It's a game where you're a slice of bread trying to become toast.
Literally.
What? Who? I don't understand.
Yeah, I think it started with Octodad, really, like the bumper controllers where like you.
But that actually has a like you're not becoming toast. That's the stupidest game I've ever heard of in my life.
There's a game called like It or something, or like How to Do It or something like that, and it's these two hands that have a male doll and a female doll, and you try to make them have sex.
Oh, God.
That's all you do. Yeah.
God damn. As good as indie games have got, and then you get shit like that.
And I could not program that game. That's what's sad. Like, that game is way far advanced for me. Like, how to make that game. But all it is doing this.
Just getting hands, or was it like Surgeon Simulator?
Yeah. That game's fun.
Because you murder people. Mm-hmm. Horribly murder people.
In space, sometimes.
Really?
There's a space one. It's awesome. Like, it just starts out, and they, like, turn the gravity off, and then all your tools,
That's awesome.
How about space?
Assassin's Creed in space?
Or Fallout space. That's not really a thing.
See, Fallout space wouldn't work, because we never got the space program off, because China invaded the U.S. and then nukes
There is cool space games, though, already.
There are. Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, a Fallout game.
No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
No Man's Sky.
Nerdgasm.
Day one buy. Take the day off.
I'm gonna buy like 2 copies just because.
Just 2 digital downloads. I'm gonna buy this twice.
You can't do this, sir.
We don't want your money.
Yeah.
One of my biggest fears right now is that game is gonna flop.
Yeah.
And be like not what we expected.
It's gonna be like
alpha
when it comes out.
They're not gonna live up at all to what they were saying.
Yeah.
And somehow it's just gonna fall through.
Like 5-minute load times every time you leave the planet.
Right. Or like this is coming in like a couple months. Like we're gonna work this in. Right. Like everything they talked about is gonna be like, well, the release game isn't gonna come with that. Right? Which they're gonna say like in like.
This is our beta. By the way, this is our early access or beta. Yeah. Our real game will come out in 2 years.
But it still costs $59.
Yeah, you still have to pay full price and deal with the bugs.
We'll fix it later. Who are you, Ubisoft? Come on, Assassin's Creed. I'm seriously like really fed up of having to pay for games that aren't done yet. It's unacceptable. It really is.
I think that's the most ridiculous thing.
Could you imagine being a kid and coming home and like getting Super Mario World, putting it in your SNES, and like it's not done yet, right? Like
you were so excited for it.
It's like glitching and stuff like that.
Or it's like the first. We only got through the first one. Buy the next cartridge when it comes out for World 2.
Right. Like that doesn't happen. Nintendo doesn't do that because they're good. Ubisoft is so greedy.
I have to give Ubisoft some love. They gave us Stick of Truth after THQ died.
Right. How much did they do on it, though?
They released it.
Not very much.
So here's that's just it. It was either release it or cancel it.
Okay, so that's like going to the store and getting, like, you really want a donut, right? And so you go to the store, and the lady rings you up for your donut, and you're like, thank you for that donut. That was a really good donut. That was awesome. And she's like, yeah, of course. And then the cook in the back is like, that's my fucking donut.
True. But it's not like, okay, the cook who just made that donut left like 6 months ago. So
he did get fired, yeah.
No, what is that for you?
But was it because of his donuts? Maybe
Let's hope not.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Donuts.
But I really want a donut.
With how bad Ubisoft is.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Far Cry is a good game.
Yeah.
I will give them Far Cry. And it kills me to say that, but it does. But I do like those games. And then Blood Dragon was fantastic as well.
Oh, yes.
Like, that was just genius. Whoever's idea that was needs to get promoted.
To head of Ubisoft.
Because you know that was some guy, right, that came into the meeting, like the weekly meeting, and was like, what if we did this?
It's like, here's a little budget. Go work on it.
Yeah. And I think some Skyrim stuff came out of a project like that where Todd Howard was like, take our tools and like just make the weirdest funny, like if it's funny, go ahead, do it. If it's cool, do it. And like they just all brought it to each other, and like they weren't like under a timeline or anything.
I'm pretty sure, what was it, Hearthfire was a community mod at first.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
wow, yeah.
He just kind of he just like, go do something cool, and then we'll all talk about it afterwards, and like if it's cool, we'll put it in the game. And like that's how Riding Dragons came in to Dragonborn, the DLC.
You can kind of ride dragons. I don't think you can fly them around the map, but like fast travel.
No, you can.
Oh.
You can actually fly and like fly down and then kill people and then fly back up. It's
I haven't
badass.
even gotten that far.
No, we haven't done that one.
I was really worried about that.
See, that one's fine. That's a fine
trailer.
That's a fine spoiler. It's story stuff I don't want to hear about.
Yeah, I don't
You haven't even beaten the main game.
True enough.
Really?
It's one of those ones I put down after I got like pretty close to the end, and I put down and played like 10 other things. Yeah. So when I went back, it's like, God, I just want to start a new character. Yeah. So then I started my second character, but I still put 100-something hours into the first playthrough.
Yeah, I think I went 70 into my first until I started another one.
My second character, I decided to make Conan the Barbarian, just heavy weapons and heavy armor.
Nice.
Killing everything.
I went the opposite. All mage. No armor.
So, if anything gets close to her, it's tink, dead.
It's fun, though.
Any ranged, I can't get close.
Yeah. You didn't really play Skyrim, did you?
No, not really.
Well, when they make a PS4 version of it, when the load times are nowhere near as long, then you should play it.
And it's gorgeous.
That's the hardest part about that game on console, is like, you play for an hour, and it was 75% loading screens.
Or even worse, you play for 4 hours and don't save that often, and it locks on you.
Or you die.
Dying was fine. I don't care about dying. It's like, okay, wait, why am I not moving? No, I'll just wait a second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
The wait.
And then it just...
We talked about that on one of the podcasts of, disappointing games or whatever, and I played, 10 hours in one weekend of Skyrim and didn't save.
Because you would hate the saving time, the auto-save time.
Yeah, because I would get out of a menu or try to go into my menu, and it would be like...
Yeah.
Hiccup.
Well, we have hope for Bethesda at E3.
Yeah.
Just give us everything.
Yeah. I think St. Louis would be a cool area, because that little...
The arch.
Because of the arch, that's the only reason.
Yeah. I
mean, there's nothing in St. Louis but that arch.
And a baseball stadium.
Ooh, cool, a baseball stadium.
What else is in Seattle except for the Space Needle?
You got water, you got forest, you got mountains, you got a bunch of different region types.
And the city itself is all
hilly and stuff.
Hilly.
Yeah.
It's better than the rumor of it being Boston in the next game.
Is that a rumor?
Yeah.
I thought that was confirmed.
That's confirmed.
Oh, that's confirmed. So Boston. What does Boston have besides a harbor?
Yeah. Doesn't Boston have historical?
Yeah, it's
all again.
Tea Party.
Again, I said harbor.
I definitely think there's going to be some sort of Tea Party quest in there.
Only if it's throwing Nuka-Cola.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Death Claws all dressed up.
And see, you haven't played Fallout either. And we've been playing Borderlands, the pre-sequel, because we have the Handsome Collection. And I don't know why, but it's making me want to play Fallout, like, really, really bad.
I've been wanting to play Fallout for so long, but I don't want to plug out the PS4 and then plug in the 360.
Luckily, I have fit them all into my entertainment center.
three HDMI ports on the TV.
Oh, see, that's why I got the hub. We get this HDMI hub at work, and it's awesome.
Could do that. So I could have them all hooked up
And
at
it
the same
comes
time.
with a remote, too, so you don't have to get up and, like, change the input.
No, that would be a thing.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Good.
It's
It's not a location, but it's
I would
like-
have never have picked Boston. That's the thing.
That's
Yeah.
right. Because you
That's
just
kind of
did
random.
DC.
Yeah.
DC's right
Yeah.
here. Boston, like, go
Yeah.
further
I was
away.
thinking more of just like cool
Well, because they
creatures.
did Vegas. It's not like we can't count Vegas.
True
right?
enough.
It was there. It's a thing.
Yeah.
It was.
I would have thought New York would have been better than Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
That'd be more like a go-to.
Yeah.
That'd be...
There's more things in New York.
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason though. You know what I mean? Like they
Probably
thought
the same
something.
reason with Infamous.
Yeah.
More like, oh, we have more rights in Boston than we would in New York. Okay.
Maybe yeah. Where is the Bethesda GameWorks? Aren't they out of Boston?
I thought they were in California. I don't know.
I know that like
I know there's-
ZeniMax is.
I know
like,
there's
the company
Bethesda,
that owns them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's California.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I thought GameWorks was in somewhere else. Because you know how there's Bethesda, and then there's like Bethesda GameWorks, and then ZeniMax, who owns
We got our
all
fact
of them.
checker.
That's this Bethesda Game Studios.
Yeah, the one that
Rockville, Maryland.
makes. Maryland. See, I knew they were over
Oh.
there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Hmm.
Old Todd Howard. He's a good cool. Have you ever seen Todd Howard?
Probably, but I can't.
He looks doofy.
Yeah, he's the game director for Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3.
Oh, yeah,
Like
hey.
he's the man. But he's such a little dwarf. Like he looks like a little elf.
He kind of does look like a dwarf. It's probably not dwarf.
Apparently he's like he's very mean.
Oh, really?
When like you're under a deadline. Like does not accept.
Oh no, you gotta
late.
work 240 hours this week.
Yeah, like some people like
Not even possible. but
Valve, right, is very laid back, like no really deadlines or anything, which is to their detriment in my opinion.
Oh really? You know the second Half-Life 3 comes out on whatever console it's on, it's going to sell million copies day one.
Yeah, but like when it comes
Yeah,
out.
if
The thing is every year that it doesn't come out, does it get more exciting or less exciting?
More exciting, because every year they post just a little bit more. Like this last year we actually had, Valve Engine 3 come out, so they can at least count to 3.
I don't know, it's annoying. It's like they always talk about like Left 4 Dead 3 coming out and just never.
That's going to be the first one, though.
It never happens, and it's just like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. I don't want to hear that
That's
anymore.
the game that she has outplayed all of us in, like combined. Like all of our Skyrim hours combined, she's played more Left 4 Dead.
Or Left
I
4
really,
Dead.
really love that game. Like I think
Like
it's a really fun-
998 hours.
Jesus.
Jeez.
See, I loved Left 4 Dead until you started getting into the versus mode, and people would just instantly leave if they weren't the
So
zombies
yeah,
at round
that's
one.
that
Oh.
was super annoying. Or they would like rage quit after they like they weren't in a good standing, and they just like and they'd leave. And it was like 12-year-olds like constantly talking. I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because they would like sell it for like $2 in like their Steam holiday sales.
Oh,
So
yeah.
everybody would buy it.
Right,
yeah.
But that's the good part about games like
Oh, the summer
multiplayer.
sale.
Oh god. Just gonna empty your bank account for like 400
Yeah.
games.
Exactly.
But that's the good part about the multiplayer games. Like the first month they come out is probably the best to play of.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's gonna play
It's
it.
the game that you are gonna get that I feel is gonna be. Oh, Mortal Kombat.
Ah.
How is Mortal Kombat?
Fantastic,
Yeah.
bloody,
It's
bloody
pretty,
as hell.
It's pretty fun to watch.
There's one guy who his fatality, he just hugs you so hard, your head pops off, and he
Oh my
squeezes
goodness.
all your blood and
Squeezes you.
guts out of your head.
Have you done the gun up the vagina one?
I
yet?
haven't done the gun up the vagina yet. I haven't been to Cassie Cage.
That's so gross.
You
That
did the
was so
face
surprising.
and the
That
chest
one, yeah, because when we
cavity.
see that
Oh.
on the Conan one, and
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, I did the one with Goro where you shove their head down into their chest and then rip off their chest to reveal their head right there. Oh, and then there's one where you stand on their back and with all 4 of his arms he pulls off every one of your limbs.
Oh, damn.
Justin was telling me there was one girl that had like shark teeth mouth thing,
Yep.
and she like eats your face.
Yep.
Ugh.
Oh, there's one dude who psychically throws you through his helicopter blade of a sword, and you see like the face get cut off and like the brain and tongue
It goes
and
in
stuff.
slow motion, yeah.
That's gross.
Gratuitous.
Hey, there's a fine art to their level of horrible violence.
That's not. It just looks good. That's
It's just
literally
like,
Oh,
what
and
can we
it
get away
sounds
with
good
next?
too.
Oh my god.
What are other good game settings?
Future.
Yeah.
Not like dystopian future, more like technologically advanced Deus Ex Machina, Deus Ex, the new one coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always down for good future games.
Yeah.
Or really good designed alien planets.
Right.
Mhm.
Not like shitty ones.
Yeah. Destiny's planets looked really nice. Like, I thought they looked really nice. There just wasn't a lot to do in them. But they were very pretty.
Oh, I keep having Zach tell me I should buy Destiny just to play it with him.
nobody plays Destiny anymore.
There's like a small
Wow,
group at
that was
work who
over
do.
fast.
Yeah, it was over really
Because they're
quick.
old.
It was like for like 3 months, and then everybody's like, "No, we're done."
Wow.
Longer than most fads like that, though. Like Evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
I loved it. I honestly loved it. She can test I loved it for that 2 weeks, and it was like,
Right.
There's not much to do after a while.
because they didn't release the
Yeah.
characters as fast as I thought they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
If they would have released them on a regular schedule, I would have, bought the season pass probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Mortal Kombat will do better. There's 25 characters with 3 variations apiece.
There you go.
Yeah.
I really like, and you just got our Bloodborne, right?
No, I haven't got Bloodborne yet.
Didn't you just buy our Bloodborne?
No, otherwise bought Bloodborne.
Oh!
Oh.
You didn't specify.
But
I
to be
thought it was
fair,
him.
to be fair, I'll probably borrow it from him at some
Yeah.
point.
Because I told him I was going to trade it in, and he just wanted to buy it. So.
Oh, I thought it was you.
No, what
See,
the-
that location is cool. I think, like, Dark Souls 2 is cool, too. And that's actually why I switched from Bloodborne to Dark Souls 2.
Like the dark fantasy.
Yeah, it's just cool, man.
Not like happy whimsical fairies and stuff. Like every single thing is going to kill you.
Yeah.
It looks horrifying.
Yeah. It's definitely... Bloodborne is definitely scarier. It's definitely, like, very eerie. You feel a little more powerful in Dark Souls.
I thought Bloodborne was boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was what you expected. Because she likes to customize characters, right? So
Right,
like,
yeah, they don't do that at all.
It's
Just get
what
that
16
guy.
total weapons and like
no, like you get the character customization. So
Yeah.
like changing the face, and they do that really well in Bloodborne and Dark Souls. You get to like change your face and like, you know.
but you wear hats and armor usually.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was funny about Skyrim. Actually, spend like an hour designing your character.
Then
Play
you're
in
like
first
this the whole
person.
game.
You should get like the ultimate hand design.
It should be.
I love that. I didn't even think about that at all either.
Same with Fallout. You play it in first person the entire
Oh, yeah.
time, and you will spend an hour deciding
God,
which.
See, that's the thing. That's why I
Yeah.
think I stopped playing. Because I spent so long the first time I was playing Skyrim,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this is pretty. And then I started playing it, and I was like, this is stupid. And then I spent like 2 hours doing this.
And then you switch to third person view, and you realize how terrible third person actually
Like,
is.
I
Yeah.
like third person. I can play in third person all day.
I don't know.
Aiming is so terrible in third person, though.
Well, that's true. If I ever needed to go into a bow or something, I'll just switch
Yeah.
into it. But luckily, it's a very easy click of a stick.
Which is good design.
Yeah. I like the video on YouTube of the guy, like the guard, who is like, "What's your name?" And then it switches over and it goes into his view while you change your faces.
Oh,
And
God.
it's like, oh, what? Oh, oh my God! What are you doing? My bad. Okay.
Well, that's like
That'd
how I
be
perceive
really weird.
it.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me just
Oh,
choose.
I never
one.
thought about that, but that guy was probably like, "Oh my, what the?"
Yeah, you did spend forever and a day on your character in Saints Row.
That's like all I did in Saints Row is go find like the clothing store and then go find the tattoo shop.
That's like the funnest part about
Yeah.
playing games. It's just like,
And you can get Sleeping Dogs does that too. You
yeah,
can get
you have to,
clothes
and it's like an
tattoos.
achievement. So there's like a purpose to buying all the clothes.
Finally.
yeah.
Easy, easy.
Yeah, but driving everywhere to get all those pieces of clothing and leveling up
Yeah,
everything.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was fun for a while, but I didn't want to play. Like, I didn't want to drive anywhere anymore.
Just pay the
Like,
I'll go
Captain.
back to it. That game was fun.
It was.
Sleeping Dogs, yeah. Saints Row 4 I went through really quick and enjoyed a whole lot. But I never played the third one either.
I actually like the third one a little better. I love this, the superpowers
Really?
of 4. Yeah.
I love the superpowers.
So the superpowers are great, but like the overall experience of 3 I think was better, with story and stuff.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, Saints Row 4 is the most batshit crazy thing to just explain to somebody.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good game.
They had the boob shaking physics down.
Oh yeah.
Like if
you
you
can make
made-
them gigantic.
Yeah, and like you can turn around and they'll be like boom. It's very accurate.
Dubstep gun, though.
It's like the Dead or
Dubstep
Alive.
gun with explosive wubs is the best thing in the game.
I mean, that's kind of like Saints Row 3 and Saints Row 4 is like Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Like New Vegas is
The combat is better.
There's
more-
better things about it, but Fallout 3 has a better story and
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
experience of 3 better.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Malcolm McDowell's in it, so I'd have to like it.
Yeah. And the other thing about walking around in the desert too is like if you flip on the radio, Wayne Newton
Yeah.
on New Vegas radio,
Radio.
or whatever, it's very entertaining for me.
3 Dog was a better radio
Yeah,
station.
I like
GNR
3
was so much better.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
how he changed what he said based on what you were doing.
Yeah.
Like if you got the ghoul mask, he'd talk about how creepy you looked.
Mhm.
Which you had to
I want
get,
to play that
because-
so bad now.
Right? You want to go back and play it, but then you go back to play it, the load times will kill you.
Were the Fallout load times as bad?
Yes.
Alright.
In the graphics.
Yeah, graphics. That's the hard part.
See, that's what I want.
That's why I don't like playing PS3 games now, because I like, oh, this is
Yeah.
all just bad
Plus,
looking.
if I start a character and then they do a remastered, and then I'm
You're not going to
So
want to play as
just wait.
bad.
Wait like a couple months and see if they announce it, because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they're going to, but
Man,
One-
on one disc, Skyrim,
Oh.
Fallout.
2 discs. 1 pack, 2 discs. Because games are huge as they are. With
They
all,
can fit them on
all
one.
with all the
DLCs?
DLCs, though.
Yeah.
On
On a
one,
Blu-ray, yeah.
Not yours.
but with, I mean, they use all that space to keep it polished and load times better. So 2 discs?
Yes. I would be okay with 2 discs. I'm saying they'll probably fit it on 1 disc because
2.
it's cleaner.
They fit Borderlands and all, like, both those games and all the DLC on one disc.
I'm still going with Fallout and Skyrim are bigger, though.
Well, the way that they're coded, though, they're actually not that big of files. Like, if you download them off Xbox Live, the way that they're coded, they're only like 6 gigs. And a blue, like each of them, and then Fallout 3 and New Vegas are like 5.
I just hope it's Fallout 3 and Skyrim.
Yeah.
I don't actually really
Oh.
care about New Vegas again,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I have an attachment to New Vegas because that was my first one, and then I played 3 later.
Oh, it's still a great game.
Yeah, I just have an attachment for it.
see, 3 was one I bought. Was one game I bought day one. Like I was excited from it, like because it was the first PAX I went to had Fallout 3 stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
they had like the first PAX I went to with you had the New Vegas setup, and I hardlocked that console.
You did.
Seriously, almost every PAX I've been to, I have
You
either
have.
powered down or hardlocked a console on them.
I think you did it twice last year.
Yep. Both in Sony's booths, actually. That was funny enough.
Love you.
You hardlocked my dog too. All right. Anything else before we move on?
Well, if we're talking settings, I want Bethesda to make an open world Zelda game. Just want to say that.
Oh, don't say that. That's sad.
Oh my
Or
word.
Zelda's
Pokemon.
never gonna come out.
That
Yeah.
No, it will.
It will. They showed enough in that little demo thing where
You didn't-
me
But
and Mona
now
played.
they're saying they're gonna change it.
Really? Oh yeah, I heard that. They're gonna like
Yeah.
take everything away.
They said
'Cause
that
they're not
instead
even-
of implementing it, they're just gonna kind of like redo everything. Which is, they're not even gonna be at E3.
Yeah, well, Zelda's not going to be at E3.
Well, yeah.
Nintendo's going to be there.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nintendo.
okay.
There'll be a Nintendo Direct. I don't think they'll have a full, like...
Yeah, they're not
no.
doing the.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm happy because Bethesda is.
Oh, yeah. I am going to poop if they announce Fallout and Skyrim and remastered.
A new Elder Scrolls, a new
HD
Fallout.
You said that so weird. I was like, it's where are you going with this?
I'm excited, speaking of Nintendo, for Splatoon.
Mm-hmm.
What's Splatoon?
It's a new team-based shooter for the Wii, but it's all about you are these squid people, and you're trying to ink the world. Your
That
color.
sounds like a GameCube game.
What?
That sounds
Like familiar?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
There was a game like that, I think on the Wii, like Da Blob or something.
Kind of like the Blob.
Da
Blob. It was DEBLOB.
But yes,
That one you were
pretty
coloring
cool.
the world. No, like this one you're teaming. You're trying to make sure that you get more of your ink and paint all over the
I
map.
think like the tablet's like the map or something.
Yep.
So you can see what colors.
Oh, that's cool. But that reminds me of like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the what was it? Spray paint or something? Tag.
Tag.
And like you did a trick, and if you had the high square, it would turn blue or it would turn red. Anyways,
Anywho.
settings good.
Good. Good.
So.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Topic 2 is gonna be what do we believe in? You know. I want to start with ghosts. Who believes in ghosts? I do.
I could.
I could. I think I could say that about
I
everything.
don't.
I could believe in it.
I would believe it as in like seeing is believing. Like I think
So you haven't had an encounter?
I've had what I heard was really weird, and I couldn't quite piece together what it was.
Okay.
But
Explain.
Go on.
I was sleeping at a family friend's house, and they live in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the boonies. It's pitch dark at night, and I was kind of up on a like a loft area above their kitchen. And in the middle of the night, I heard what sounded like a spoon stirring in like an empty bowl. It just sounded just like that.
Oh, weird.
Oh.
And
That's
I couldn't think of what it could be. Like, could that be like a mouse or
Sometimes refrigerators make those sounds
maybe?
when they kick on to. Sometimes,
Yeah.
and I could imagine like being in a loft a couple
Yeah,
rooms away,
pitch dark.
that it
yeah.
would sound like a spoon.
So you're kind of
Like what? I'm trying to think of what-
her whole ghost
Well,
story.
well,
I'm just trying
no, that's what I mean. Like, I think for ghosts, you kind of want to think of all the possibilities. But yeah, it was just like that. That I just kept hearing weird, like scuttering kind of noises, and I had to pee really bad. And the door in the bathroom was downstairs, and there's no way I was gonna go down past the kitchen.
there's
So
just,
it was
like, this
awful. I was
ghost
just laying, I was
making
just like
Rice
laying
Krispies.
there.
Like just getting the last of
It was
the.
horrible. I had to pee so bad. I wasn't gonna go downstairs. And then when I woke up, I don't know if this was just, I was staying at my aunt, family friend, I told her, and she was like, oh, yesterday was the anniversary of my, like, grandma passing or something. But I
And
feel
she
like,
loved bowls.
I feel like she was just, she cooked late at night.
Yeah.
I feel like she was just saying that though, but like, stuff like that.
Okay.
I wouldn't immediately jump to like, oh, it's a ghost, but
Right.
things you can't really explain.
Not a scary ghost.
So I could believe in ghosts. That's
She
all.
could. Becca.
I guess I could believe in ghosts too. I'm
But
like,
do you? And I need you to answer this. Do you?
I don't know. I'm iffy about it.
Okay. So no.
Like, well, there's sometimes where it's like maybe, and like you read stories and it's like really freaky, or you like see pictures and it's like you see like
Well, that's
The
a-
little orbs or
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't know, but like
You know what Photoshop is?
Yeah.
no, but like when you take when I've taken pictures and there's like
Oh, okay,
weird
okay,
thing,
okay, okay.
like
Yeah, no, yeah.
Dust.
But that's the
whatever.
thing. You could think, oh, it's a ghost, or
Right.
oh, it's probably.
Which is the difference between Ghost Hunters on the Sci-Fi Channel and Ghost
See, those-
Adventures on the Travel Channel. Is like, oh my god, there's a piece of dust, it's a ghost! And they just go to the extreme.
Oh god, yeah.
That's what makes me
It's
not
so good.
like that's what makes me
Yeah.
not believe in ghosts is those shows where it's like really.
Right. But then there's Ghost Hunters, where they're like, you know, some weird thing happens or whatever, and then they
try to
debunk
explain
it.
Yeah.
Or like they're showing the footage to the people, and
Yeah.
they're like, you know, this might be a ghost, but we don't know. It might, maybe, or whatever. Where like Zach Baggins or whatever is like, this is a ghost, and this is what it said. It spoke to me.
You do that so well, sir.
Well, when I was a kid, or not when I was a kid, but when I first saw that show, it made me laugh so hard. I got my friends over because we were like 18 at the time or whatever.
Oh yeah, you made that YouTube
And
video.
we have a YouTube video of like a 4-part YouTube series of us making fun of that show, and like we go into like my parents' house while they're gone and like do a little investigation, and we're trying to be those guys.
Oh my god.
It's very
That's
very
amazing.
personal and funny,
It's
but I don't
pretty-
know if it's funny to others.
It's pretty funny to watch him like as an 18-year-old.
That's awesome.
What do you think, Wes? I need to know. I need
No.
someone to believe with me.
I say I don't picture you believing in ghosts.
No, the main reason, honestly, if ghosts are real and they are spirits of dead people, why the hell would they be haunting here when they could be anywhere?
The Bahamas.
Yeah, they could be just chilling in the beach.
Okay, afterlife is real. They're choosing to stay on Earth than to go to heaven or
It could be
not
limbo.
being pulled to hell. Okay, fine. It's limbo. But again, you're stuck here.
Yeah. I think that like the place or like an attachment that you die in, like I'm saying, if you believe in ghosts or whatever, that like the ghost lore would be the place that's special to you or a thing that's special to you when you were alive. When you die, you are attached to that until some sort of thing is done and action is done and taken care
So
of. Until
you
can
could be
move
stuck
on.
in a place. There could be ghosts from the beginning of time, still stuck.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
Stuck. And that just is depressing that if there is an
Well,
afterlife,
like,
you're
but the thing
stuck.
is, like, with Ghost Lord, it's supposed to be, like, you know why you're stuck, and you're supposed to, like, let go of that thing, or, like, help that thing, and they're just not doing it, so, like, that's
Well, I
kind of,
Yeah.
that's kind of like,
so stupid, but I don't think they know, right? Like, now I'm making myself sound like an asshole,
Isn't that Casper?
right?
they don't believe that they're ghosts.
Yeah. I do because I have seen weird things multiple times in the house that I grew up in, the one that we did the little video in, which is why we did the video in that, because nobody would stay at my house because of like the stories that I would tell and stuff like that. It was like the haunted house in our high school friend, whatever. So I had this room in the back, right? It was adjacent from my parents' room. And the first thing that ever happened was I was 13 and my friend from school came over on a Friday to watch a movie. We rented a movie, right? We're watching the movie and we paused it because we wanted to go make popcorn. So we paused the movie on my PlayStation 2 and then got out. And he did his thing. He went to the bathroom and got some food or whatever, and I stayed in the room. And that Christmas, my mom had got me this guitar clock, which was like the body of the clock, and then the neck was the pendulum, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't put a battery in it because it was super cheesy, and I didn't really like it. But I put it up there to make her happy, right? So I didn't like it. Kind of just hung there, and it honestly like pushed up against the wall, like at where the head and the neck met the body, so it wasn't really, it couldn't swing or anything, you know what I mean? So he goes and he comes back and I start the movie, and then it's like the middle of summer, right? So all of a sudden he like takes a breath, like a deep breath like that, and like I could see his breath, right? It got really cold, and I could see his breath, and I was like, "That's what the fuck? Like, why is it so cold in here?" And then I got up and turned the light on, and I opened the door, and then came back. Like I left the room and came back, and the clock was swinging back and forth.
Ooh.
Oh, that's creepy.
And it was fucking weird.
Hell no.
Yeah, right? I feel like I'm not sleeping in my room anymore.
So yeah, and that's exactly what he said. So he slept in the living room, right? So that was the first thing that happened, right? So I'm like, what? This is weird, right? And I was like a 13-year-old, like, ghosts, whoa, that's cool, right? So I'm looking into this stuff, and I go to we had a computer at the time, and we had the internet, like very, very fresh internet for our area, right? And I was like Googling something. And I Googled The Leader, which is Port Townsend's whatever newspaper, and they have an archive of newspapers or whatever. And so I found out you could go there and like rent them. So a couple weeks later, like I took the bus into Port Townsend, I went to the library, and I was going through their archives or whatever, and 101 Fern Street, there was an article about 101 Fern Street in like the 60s, and it was about the guy who built our house. And I'd already, like, I knew the name of the guy who built our house because our neighbors lived in that house before we did, and they moved, you know, down the road or whatever. And so in the newspaper, this article was like, this guy built the house. He knew how to do everything except for like electrical and plumbing. So we hired an electrician and he hired a plumber, but he built everything else. So the plumber comes, does his thing, the electrician comes, does his thing. He finishes up drywalls, it lives in the house, right? So he's going to like, you know, cooking something, he like turns the water on, and a pipe bursts, right? So he calls the plumber. Plumber shows up on his doorstep, and he just shoots him like with a shotgun on our doorstep because he fucked up on the plumbing, right? And then he goes back into the bedroom that I grew up in, right? That bedroom, and then stays there for like 2 weeks and kills himself with the same shotgun.
Awesome.
Right? It's like a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like doing all this thing. I'm like, I've seen this movie before. Right? And so I'm telling my friends and everything. They're like, "Fuck you, dude." Like,
They're never
what are
coming
you
over.
talking about? And I was like, I don't. It's weird, right? So yeah, and my mom has been very religious, so she wouldn't believe me. And me and my dad were watching a movie one time, and like something scary happened in the movie, and these keys that were on a hook, like, fell off the hook and like fell on the ground. And he was like, "Aaron, I believe you now." And I was like, "Yes." Tons of weird stuff.
God.
So the ultimate thing that happened, and the very last thing that happened was when I was 17, so just about to graduate high school. Got to call my cell phone. "Hey, we're going to this party. Meet me at Cody's house." Okay, cool. On my way. My parents are gone. My sister's gone. I turn off the TV. The little hall light is on, and I go in my bedroom, throw on my coat, come back out, and then in the living room there's a window pane door that goes into our computer room, right? So I'm going and I'm turning off the light, and I look through the window. Little fucking girl in a little like Victorian. What would you call overalls, kind of, right? And like the little dress, and she was just kind of just like sitting there, like standing there, and I was like,
Like next to you? Or just
no,
a
like
reflection?
through the door,
Oh,
like she was on the other side of the door,
Nope.
and I was like, and, you know, and I left, and nothing ever happened after that. So yeah, I believe in ghosts.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say that's pretty validated.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I probably believe it.
It's fucking
So that's
weird,
the thing.
man.
I've never like actually physically like seen or encountered anything like that, so I can't
Ditto.
really say for sure.
So.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's hard to say how much of it
Yeah.
is your mind or like.
Right.
I've been reluctantly reading about sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
Scare
Why?
Myself.
Why would
Well, I
you
think
read-
it's interesting, and I found that because the whole thing is it happens like when you're just about to fall asleep or you're just waking up and you wake up and you can't move, and they said that some kind of like fight or flight triggers in your brain, so you kind of hallucinate seeing like shadowy figures and stuff, but it's like not real. It's just your brain. For some reason, with how you're paralyzed and how you can't move, your brain just instantly panics, and that's just kind of what you see. But it's not real. It's just your brain.
Yeah.
And there's ways to get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think my friend has had it once or twice, and he's told me about it, and he just kind of like snaps out of it.
I heard that
Like-
if you like try to wiggle your toes, your hands, or something.
And
never
it's
happened.
fairly natural, right? Like I don't think it's like there's something wrong with you or.
I think if it happens frequently.
Right. I think yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. But I always told him, and I read about it after he told me that like I don't think there's something wrong with you, right? Because it
Yeah.
happened to him like twice or whatever. But like what causes it or anything, I don't know. Like if it is a disease or I don't know. But it's very strange.
Yeah, it's something to do with sleeping. But like that kind of thing, like how much of people who say they, I don't know, had a ghost touch them or whatever, like those ghost adventures and stuff, how much of it is just with their brain.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Ghost Adventures you were showing me at work once, and it's the guy like wants to fight all the ghosts or something?
Yeah, that's the one on the Travel
Oh,
Channel,
God.
Ghost Adventures.
That is so bad.
Yeah, it's really funny. There's one ghost called like his nickname was Mr. Boots, right?
Mr.
So he's in this prison and he's in the bathroom where Mr. Boots got raped or whatever, and he's like, "You gonna rape me, Mr. Boots? Mr. Boots, come at me, bro!" It's like outrageous. It's
Oh
so
my
funny,
God.
and it's very serious. Like in the show, it's like super
Dramatic.
eerie and very serious.
Oh.
It's really funny,
I don't
and
think I
it's
could take myself seriously if I had that job. It was like,
You would take yourself seriously for the piles of cash they would throw at you to
yeah,
do
he
that
makes a
job.
lot of money.
but still, like I think I'd still like laugh. I don't think I could
I know.
honestly just be like,
Like seriously, am I saying this?
And he's like the bro, where like he
Ed Hardy shirt.
puts his hair like this and then
Oh,
flips it.
no.
He's got the duckbill
Ah.
hair. He's got the Affliction T-shirts and he's like a little bit ripped and like these jeans
He's a
that
Jersey
are like
gay.
yeah, kinda. Oh man, it's so funny. And he treats the other two guys, Aaron and something else, I only know his name because it's my name, like shit. Like, he'll be like, oh my god, did you guys hear that? Shh. And then Aaron will be like, I heard it. Shh. We're listening right now. And it's like, oh,
No one has
I think
to.
he heard something.
He's such a dick to him.
Aliens. Who believes in aliens? Oh, yeah.
I can believe there are
I can't believe
aliens.
in aliens.
I believe there could be aliens.
Again, I'm going to think of this logically again. The same way I thought logically about ghosts. There are that many planets, that many solar systems, that many stars with some form of atmosphere. It is truly stupid to think we are the only beings in the universe.
Yeah, I see. That's how I think. Like, I can believe in aliens just because, like, we can't be that cocky and be like, nope, we're the only ones that live in the entire universe.
I'm on the fence that if they've actually been to Earth or not. Because I'm thinking, like, billions of light years
I'm not
away.
saying they live, like, anywhere remotely in our galaxy, but there has to be some other kind of life.
There has to be.
Like, there's just not
What
just
is it,
us.
though? Is it sentient? Is it us? Is it humanoid?
It could be any of that. We don't know.
What do you think? That's what I'm saying.
Part of it's going to depend on the atmosphere.
Yeah,
that they have.
it has to depend on the planet.
Or like,
how they
like,
can, or how they can perceive light as well.
Oh yeah.
Because like we perceive light our way, that's how we can see the details we see. Other beings might not be able to as much, so they could just see colored dots, and that's how they would go through their universe.
How their face would be shaped or something based on that.
You can be a lot taller because of gravity.
Yeah, a lot shorter, a lot heavier, a lot lighter, a lot faster. Maybe they've evolved a second set of legs or extra bones or
Maybe
joints.
they don't even have a body.
Maybe
They're
they're
just gas.
gaseous beings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a story that has to do with aliens being what did I say? Not a virus, but
Parasite?
parasite. Yeah, that basically like flew through the air, right, and they would infect people, and then they would go into a coma, and so they come to Earth. They infect all these people, like so many people that it like disrupts society and like the economy, right? Like overflowing hospitals, and then people start like, it's kind of like apocalypse-y, right? Where like they start living in like huts and like underground, and like people would run up and like get food and come back there, right? To like not catch the bug or whatever. And then like the aliens that become those people, like they all get activated by like their leader or whatever, and then they like all migrate to this one point in the world, and then what happens is like dumb aliens, right? So like the aliens we see in movies, they come to Earth as well, and so like the humans are used to negotiate between like the super advanced parasite aliens and the dumb aliens. Not that you cared at all.
Stop.
Like alien parasites.
Alien parasites.
It doesn't have to be an actual
And to be
name.
fair, like we may have never seen aliens in our, because their planet oxygen might be poisonous.
Yeah.
Like that's
Or,
why we
yeah.
have never seen anything.
Right, like what we look for, we like scientists or whatever, like is the Goldilocks zone, right? That sustains life that we know.
Yep.
Yeah, and
But
like,
what about, there's could be all
What if
kinds of
something lives on
different-
methane?
Right, yeah. Okay, aliens seem plausible, which is weird because when I was a kid, it seemed so stupid, right? And now it seems like everybody is way more educated in that kind of scientific realm of possibility.
Or they
Yeah.
can't, they don't make fun of aliens anymore. They're like, no, actually, it could be.
Right. Like when I was, and I would eat that shit up as a kid. Like there was this weird thing on the Sci-Fi Channel back when it was Sci-Fi, not Sci-Fi.
Not TV.
Yeah, and it was like a mockumentary. It was like what's that scary movie?
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, but the one before Blair Witch. It was like before Blair Witch, and it was like home cameras and this alien ship landed outside, and it was like this family, like mom, dad, son, and daughter, like, I'm gonna go look at it, and then they leave, and they're like, no, and the aliens come, and it was very realistic, and I watched the shit out of it whenever it was on TV. It was really good, but it was always like, oh, Aaron believes in aliens.
Yeah.
It was really silly and stupid, and like all the shows on TV were like the the big gray guys with big heads and like
Little skinny guys, big heads.
You just don't hear that stuff anymore unless you watch
Yeah.
Ancient Aliens.
Ancient Aliens. Everything on our planet in history is because of aliens.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That guy with the big hair is like super.
Because
What was it? The pyramids in Egypt were reactors to make gold to use for power on ships.
Right.
Da Vinci found a Stargate to an alien race. That's how he developed all of our technology.
Of course.
Great.
That explains
Honestly,
it.
Ancient Aliens is a great show, but everything in our history has
Aliens.
been aliens. Every god.
Because they gotta make a show.
True, but like every
They
god.
can't just be like, no, it's not alien. It's
Well,
just
that's
kidding.
all they did.
But they get like scientists and professors and PhDs and for this shit. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy, the guy you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody who's educated is like completely sane. Like some
Yeah,
people
true
have.
That's very true.
On the other side of that coin, like there's like physicists and people who study quantum physics and like the disproof of religion who are 100% like Catholic and Christian, right?
Mhm.
But they like study that and they know
They can separate.
all the realms of possibilities.
But that's cool though, because then they can like disprove like everybody else, like actual scientists, like things, because they know, like they don't like they're not something that knows
Right.
what they're talking.
And that's actually how I think as well, as far as like religion and science and stuff like that are like thought of as very separate and apart. And that's why quantum physics is so fascinating to me, because it helps explain a lot of like untangible religious things that people can think about and feel. And like I wrote a paper in college about how quantum physics can help prove there's a God and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm totally for that.
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
Loch Ness Monster.
Didn't they disprove that?
Did they?
I thought they did.
Did they really?
They did not.
I'm not sure.
If there's a real Loch Ness Monster and I missed that, what am I doing with my life?
You could theoretically believe one dinosaur survived
That would be so
Living
cool.
in a lake.
living in a lake in Scotland.
Super cool. I like that show, Destination Truth. Did you ever see that? It's on Netflix. You guys are on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Check this out, dude. It's super cool. He goes to these places to like, not necessarily. I don't think he ever did Loch Ness, but like more obscure things. That
Is that the one where he follows Amelia Earhart's journey to see what may have happened? Oh, no, is that Destination Unknown?
yeah, same guy though.
Okay, because I've seen a couple times at work that
That's
one
cool,
playing.
yeah.
Like he follows Captain Morgan's trail to see where it may have happened to him, or
Oh my gosh,
That's cool.
it's a plesiosaur. That's kind of what Loch Ness Monster looks like.
yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, plesiosaur is a real thing. That's a dinosaur.
You can go see that right now.
Yeah, it's a reconstruction of Nessie as a plesiosaur outside the Museum of
That's
Nessie.
a reconstruction.
No, he wants to see a real. He wants to.
Yeah,
Real
I'm saying like
dinosaurs
that's.
aren't real anymore. Like they're not dead.
That's what I'm. That's
No,
the
no,
whole Loch Ness
Aaron,
Monster.
Aaron, call James Cameron, get his deep sea sub, go take it to the
Why
the
do you
Loch
do
Ness.
that?
I
Huh?
believe in that.
What?
I believe there's shit underwater that we don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't want to ever go underwater.
I
There's
wholeheartedly
some,
believe in that.
Yeah.
there is some serious creepy stuff down there that I don't
There's
want
a
to
giant
see.
squid in the Puget Sound. There's video of it.
Yeah.
And it's gigantic.
Like release the Kraken, gigantic.
Like huge. Like
Oh, yeah.
like unfathomable.
Yeah, I don't- that's
you
why I don't like
know,
the ocean.
You don't. We could think there's. If we ever go down that far, we'll think there's aliens down there because we've never seen that shit before.
Yeah, to us, yeah, they would.
Cameron, he has a documentary on Netflix that I watched the other day, which is so funny that you
Is
mentioned
it the
that.
Pioneer?
No.
No.
It's something, but he went to the deepest part of the ocean. He went down to Marianas Trench, and like he, like falls down there, right? And then there's nothing.
Well, you can't see.
No, he shines his light or whatever, and like
It's still like
he zips around it, like because he can drive. He built his own ship, right?
course
It's not
he did.
like he's leasing a ship from
He took
somebody.
Titanic money and Avatar money and was like,
Yeah.
build this.
He built a ship that could do it because there wasn't a ship that can do it, and
Yeah,
he
I
just
know.
like, it's like really tall and long and skinny.
It fits him,
It
right?
just fits him, right? And he
Yeah.
just like.
But the light doesn't
goes
go that
around.
far.
Yeah, the
Like,
light-
That's what I mean. That's why he moves around.
But
And
he
just
doesn't
went-
go. But he doesn't go that far. I bet.
No, he did. He was under there for like hours and hours and hours, and just
But
like,
okay,
zipped around.
So I get what she's saying. She's in the Marianas Trench. He sees a bunch of it. He's seen this much of what's
Yeah, do
down.
you know how like
thing.
the ocean is so like,
That's the
like
thing.
so big?
He
Sorry, there's no life in that little tiny spot that you looked at, but there's the entire rest of the body of water that's on Earth.
And to be fair, he could have missed one cave over here,
Yeah.
one rock over
Could
there.
have been this close to it, but he couldn't see it.
Something could have been behind him the whole time.
I believe
It's like,
there's some
I'm
like
right behind you. I'm not touching
The
you.
Kraken was
like even
following
the
him.
stuff that we know of that lives pretty deep underwater is like still creepy. Like that one that has
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
Oh, the
light
light
over
and
his
the
head and the big. No, I wouldn't want to mess with that. Like no.
No.
Imagine the bigger things out there that
Oh
are
God,
scary.
yeah. And we don't know. Never gone
I
down
think
that
we
far.
know more about space than we do about water.
Which is sad because
Yeah.
we
It's
live
just-
in
Totally.
this planet
It's-
and we
it's-
can't access any of
It
this stuff.
sounds kind of weird, but it's easier to leave our atmosphere than to go down
Which
the
is-
extra
yeah.
atmospheres there
James
are.
Cameron is the first one to go that far.
So cool.
He
so
just
now,
needs to go
so,
do that.
Yeah.
And
So,
like oh, spent his entire life.
That's what he wants to do, literally. He said that in the documentary, it's him and his wife. Who I didn't know, his wife is the lady in the Titanic who's... It's the granddaughter of the lady of Kate Winslet.
Really?
That's James Cameron's wife.
Interesting.
I've never seen that movie.
No shit. It's really good.
How have you not
Buff
seen
over here.
Titanic?
Okay.
That's what I
okay,
say.
I'll put it this way: when it came out,
How have you let him not see Titanic?
to be fair, has barely seen any of the Star Wars films.
The Trekkie.
There you go.
See, yeah, there's an excuse to that.
Okay,
There's not an
okay,
excuse to not watch
Okay,
the
when
Titanic.
it came out, I was. When did that come out?
98.
Yeah.
98.
Ooh, nice.
So I'm 11. I have absolutely no.
Hold up. Hold up.
She's like 4.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I am the
I was
youngest
like
one
8.
here, and I have seen.
Okay, fair, let me go with this. Had no inkling of seeing that movie when I was that young.
You get to see her boobs.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Like,
And the internet showed that to me anyway.
It was PG-13. And it had boobs.
everyone dies.
It was on 2 VHS tapes.
Yes, I know.
So you went to school and you learned about the Titanic.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that have intrigued you? Like, hey, maybe I want to watch this. I did like a month about the Titanic. I had a project.
That
Yeah.
shit was so huge when that movie came out. Everybody
It was.
And,
Oh my
and the
God.
other reason I didn't want to watch the movie is I absolutely hate the Celine Dion song.
Oh, I love that song.
I like, yeah, see, I like that song
You
too.
like that song?
I asked my mom for the Titanic soundtrack for Easter
I love
egg,
the soundtrack.
and I got it. And I would
My
put it on my
Walkman.
portable CD player and jump on the trampoline at my neighbor's house and listen to it.
That is one of the worst songs.
And I was like,
ever.
Mom, I was so into it. I was like, Mom, I want to save up for violin lessons. And she was like, No, Aaron, no.
It's up
That's
there
too
with
far.
Yeah.
It's up there with the Whitney Houston song from Bodyguard.
Love it. Me and my mom watched Bodyguard all the day when I was a kid.
You're missing out on a really
Right?
good movie.
Dude, Costner.
And it's 3D now. You get to see it in 3D.
Ooh.
Bodyguard in
Silver
3D.
Hey, no, but I'll watch Titanic. If I watch it, it's gonna be the one that Neil deGrasse Tyson fixed.
That's the 3D one.
Okay. There you go.
It's a good movie though. DiCaprio kills it. Winslet's super hot. She kills it too though.
So DiCaprio kills it. Still no Oscar.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
What a shame.
That poor
Did you guys see
guy.
Wolf of Wall Street yet?
No.
That one's a
haven't.
good movie too, and still no
Yeah, we
Oscar.
need to
Like,
see
that
that.
was a really good movie.
Yeah,
You should-
And I was
you should-
iffy about it.
To be fair, I thought he should have got Best Supporting Actor for Django rather than Christoph Waltz. that
Really?
year.
Rather than?
I thought he was better.
Ooh, he did do a pretty good job.
He did good.
You wanted to hate him.
Yeah. He's good. I thought Christoph deserved it though.
He deserved his second one in just as many attempts.
Yeah.
Because the first one he should have got it and did.
Yeah.
Poor Leo.
Oh, Christoph. What was the other one? Let's see. Oh, Bigfoot. No. Yes. I think that Bigfoot is naturally blurry, and that's why we can't get it.
Just naturally.
I believe Bigfoot. I do. I'm not
Yeah?
gonna go out searching for the thing, but it makes sense.
I don't think that
Logically,
one makes sense. I don't buy
okay,
that
here's
one.
the thing. I'm gonna go with this. Do you believe in evolution?
Yes.
Then it's the next logical step from monkey to us.
I don't believe that they're alive anymore. Like, I believe at one point there could have been a Bigfoot. I don't believe that they're alive anymore, if there was
Yeah, they're
such a
cavemen.
thing. Like, they're not alive anymore. I don't think, because our atmosphere is so different from what it used to be, and, like, our world, like it wouldn't
So
work.
you believe they existed, just not now?
Yeah.
Okay, that I accept. But
I'm gonna go with no on Bigfoot.
at all?
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah.
Again, same thing I said to her. Do you believe in evolution?
I feel like
Well,
it
no, I
would've
mean
been
not
found
ever,
by
but I
now.
don't think it's Bigfoot. Like, I don't know. It depends on what you define as Bigfoot.
What do you define as Bigfoot?
Like a like a big 8-foot tall ape man.
Like the guy that's on Bigfoot Chaw's logo.
Yeah.
Like a big giant.
Or a
man.
Yeti. Like a snow Bigfoot.
Which is just a snow Bigfoot.
I think Yetis are real. But
So
I
then you
don't
think-
think.
How do you think Yetis are real but not Bigfoot? Because they're the same thing.
Just
One of
in
them's
snow.
just white and in snow.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's not logical.
Because I like the Matterhorn at Disneyland. I don't know. I think that's a more logical story of like a big ape snowman.
But not a forest
think
one.
of it.
Forest
That's
one I
it.
go by.
Apes and big apes' natural habitats are jungles and forests. So why wouldn't it be Bigfoot rather
Jungles, not forest. When did apes live? in
But
forests?
trees. There's trees and forests. Like,
Yeah, but it's different, like humidity and stuff.
I mean, why would they be in the fucking snow though?
than
Because it's a Yeti.
but are monkeys in this giant?
I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying that's what I believe.
Okay,
Okay.
fair enough.
Whatever.
Fair enough.
I would be more shocked to see a Bigfoot than I would to see if I was in the like hiking through a mountain and the Yeti came up. Yeah.
So
Oh,
you,
just-
you realize
no, yeah, no
Yetis
big
are
deal.
kinds of more towards the Himalayas, sir.
What's that mean? Like up in the mountains.
You're gonna hike up the Himalayas.
Yeah. Who
See a
wouldn't?
Yeti, yeah.
Yeah, you know, just to see.
That's what you do.
And then just shrug it off like it's no big deal, because obviously Yetis exist, but Bigfoot doesn't.
Yeah.
F you guys.
Oh,
Wanna go see a horse? Go see a horse. Go see a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Oh no! No, it's just
I
me.
moved. You're so tiny. Hi. It likes me.
it's me.
What with you?
Because I've said,
Bigfoot
numerous
maybe.
occasions that dogs under like 10 pounds should be drop kicked.
Bigfoot.
What are other things that are crazy that we shouldn't believe?
Chupacabras.
Nah, like get into like
Mothman.
subcategories. Ooh.
Huh?
What was that movie
What movie?
about Mothman?
Mothman.
Oh god.
Chronicles? Mothman.
The-
What the hell is Mothman?
Something like that.
What?
Some kind
It's
of
not
You know what
a
I'm talking
superhero?
about?
Is that Mothman a
Mothman.
Actually, to be fair, the tick sidekick was kind of like Mothman.
Yeah.
superhero? I feel like there is a superhero that's like.
Look it up.
Moth.
Look it up. Mothman Chronicles.
But
Mothman.
what is Mothman?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
but-
It's like there's a grass man in Ohio. It's like Ohio's own Bigfoot.
So again, like the Jersey Devil or
Yeah.
Chupacabra.
Right.
So it's
Super,
just,
It's just like folktales.
yeah,
That's
it's,
what it
it's
is.
Right,
regional.
right, right.
Yeah.
What's that movie called though?
The Mothman Chronicles.
Ew, this is creepy. This is a thing.
Mothman's weird, and that movie was legit scary.
Popular culture.
I just want to know the name of the movie.
The
Mothman
Chronicle.
Prophecies.
Oh,
Prophecies.
Or Mothman, the original sci-fi movie.
Of course.
That one.
Those oh so great films.
Original sci-fi movies are pretty great. I'm just saying.
Sharknado.
They're just hilarious. Like they're my favorite things to just sit there and watch. And
Have
just
you watched
laugh.
the 2 Sharknados?
No, I haven't, but I really want to.
Why would you?
Because they're hilarious.
They keep
Have you
making
seen
more
that?
though.
Wait,
There's a Sharknado pop figure, and there aren't Star Wars pop figures.
Well,
There's not Harry Potter pop figures, and there's fucking Sharknado.
Okay, you know
That's
why
what
for
because
both
you
of,
want to watch that.
No, do you know why for both of those?
Because it's hilarious. You don't understand.
Because you know why that happens? Because both Rowling and Lucas are just like, no, I don't need your money from that. I got money from every fucking
That's true.
everything.
That's true.
I've made."
Plenty
That
of
is
money.
true.
It's just this pile of documents they need to sign.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's that pop thing. Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, okay. Oh, I need to go back from counting my money and swimming in my money pit.
Yeah.
Sign like 5 of these. Oh, video game, Lego set,
But
sex
But
toys.
the reason you
Right.
watch those movies is because like the one that the crocodile one that they have a bunch of that's like
Oh,
huge.
Mega Crocodile versus Giant Squid.
No, but it's like it's just the crocodiles in this one, and they come in like crawling in, and they're super fast, and it's hilarious.
Oh,
And they all go towards the crocodiles like we're gonna kill us.
so
course.
pretty much a lot of the stuff in that book that we got from Loot Crate.
Oh yeah.
How to Survive a Sharknado.
Forgot about that.
No, but the third Sharknado movie, I kid you not, is called Sharknado. Oh hell no!
I've heard.
Wow.
Do you believe in Sharknado?
Yes, I believe.
I
it's
could
some-
believe in it.
Yeah, I could.
Yes, if all circumstances were perfect, if everything lined up in alignment, I believe tornadoes could go over the water, pick up sharks, and throw them over New York, and not eat Tara Reid.
She's in those?
She's been in all 3 of them. She hasn't died yet, but Will Wheaton has.
Oh.
Of course, Will Wheaton has.
He's got to make more tabletop.
Yep.
And last but not least, the God. Who believes in God? Or what do you believe as far as a religious belief?
So, okay, for the God part, I'm agnostic.
Okay.
I believe in, I am open to the concept of God, I just want some form of proof.
Yeah.
I take the logical approach. As for religious / afterlife, if anything, reincarnation. But I don't think you may not come back as human, or your consciousness may just come back in a different body. Like, the second you die, you're born again as a new human.
It's very unsettling to think that you close your eyes and your heart stops beating, and then for the rest of existence, there's nothing. You know, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I've thought that kept me up as a kid, and even some days, like it'll probably.
yeah.
I'll think about it tonight now.
You get those thoughts.
See, that's why
Like,
I like
what happens when I die? Do I just close
Don't
and then
exist.
nothing? Like, what does that even mean? Right?
Nothing.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah. I believe more in like the faith. Really, I don't even know if I would say I'm agnostic or
Faith as in
atheist. Just like the whole faith of religions of communities coming together in a
like
church.
have to believe
and
in it's about believing it, not saying it, because that's the whole.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, like, I get what she's saying, because both my parents are really into the community aspect of the church.
Okay.
Well, some people find like a lot of comfort in kind of
Comfort, support, help.
Yeah.
That part I agree with. It's the others. It's the extremists. It's like the Westboro Baptist Church. It's the mega churches. The mega churches who beg for money, and yet they're in a thing called a mega church.
Yeah.
Or the
Mega church. We're not just a church. We're a mega church.
That's what it is. Like, it's all through the South.
Yeah.
Or like, I just heard the most disturbing thing, that Scientology got to keep their tax exempt status as a religion by constantly putting lawsuits to the IRS
oh my god.
until they just stopped. It's like, fine.
Goodness gracious.
Bother the IRS.
See, that kind of stuff I hate about religion, but the community, the support, the people there for you when you need them type thing. Like, before I moved over here in 2006, I was in a very bad car accident. I crashed another car on a highway.
Another car?
Oh, I crashed my car into another car on a highway.
Oh, okay.
I still attest that he was speeding, but I got faulted for it. My mom was on this. I was in Spokane or Chewelah and my mom was on this side of the state. So at best, 6-hour drive. So the people who saw the accident, came over and recognized my car, were the pastor and one of my mom's friends from church.
Oh dang.
So they were at the hospital with me until my mom showed up.
Weird.
Which, by the way, she got over from the coast to Spokane in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Ooh, she's
So
fed.
Oh yeah. That's a
she
word, mama.
had my grandma with her, and my grandma in the car said, "You can't cry until you get there,"
Oh.
just so she would get there in time.
Right.
And side note about that, after that accident, people saw pictures and would hear stories, and I took like a week off and at home and stuff with sprained ankle, cracked rib, and broken wrist. And I didn't get people asking if are you okay, or I'm glad to see you're okay. It's, how are you not dead, after they saw what I did to my car? That's kind of disconcerting.
Yeah. Kind of amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like, it was, I crashed into a Jeep, and I pushed the front quarter of my car in. I almost got charged for no seatbelt, but I had a seatbelt mark all across here. I hit so hard I snapped the seatbelt.
Oh wow.
And this came
That
about
probably saved you.
Yep. Oh yeah. That's why, I mean, you've seen me, we're driving around a parking lot and I'll put my seatbelt back on.
Yeah.
And I actually took a picture of that to my court because I was trying to mitigate I was trying to get that part taken off. I was like, that was what my chest looked like. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Nope, you're not
Wearing
paying
a
that
seatbelt.
part.
So, what do you think about like those people being there at that?
Oh, that was comforting. That was great.
But like, it's like, that's it. I would think of it higher. But that's just me, right? I'm just saying like how I think about things like that.
I do. And I do think something, fate, karma,
Yeah.
God.
See, I'm more about karma.
See, I totally, by the way, I'm karma.
Which is a part of a religion, though. It just is a different type of religion.
Yes, and see, karma is what I truly probably believe the most. That's why I try not to get pissed off all the time. But it's something made sure I didn't die, go through the windshield. Because a week before that, we got a recall notice on my car because the seatbelt was all connected, both parts were connected to the door, so if the door flings open, you can easily roll out of the car.
Well, that's sick.
Yeah. Straight up, I got that recall notice. Oh yeah, we just, of course too, we just replaced
By the way, you could possibly just
Yeah.
fall out of your car.
Well, actually, that happened. Someone in a neighboring town had the same car I did and rolled it down the hill, and he fell out of the car.
It's not good, but that's so.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not
It's not good
you
to
shouldn't
laugh
laugh at it, but dude, trust me, I've laughed at it too because like really, I get this recall notice.
Wow.
But yeah, see, like that community aspect was fantastic. Like I appreciate that those guys were there. I was happy that they were there. They also made sure I was okay. They made sure that like my mom knew exactly what happened, knew that I was okay. Got in contact with my mom on the drive. That's how.
What are the odds that they were there?
They were okay. Very small town. There were only like 2 restaurants, and they were at one of the 2 restaurants. So
you were near your hometown.
I was so you're going down the highway. You come to a little town called Loon Lake, and then you turn off the highway in Loon Lake, and we had to go like another 8 miles. There's a restaurant right on the highway.
Oh, okay.
That's where they were.
Gotcha.
Oh, besides the accident and the pain and the hospital bills. The worst part about it is I got put in the ambulance first because they could get me out of my car first. And the guy I hit, his girlfriend or wife came in and said, my husband's been in an accident or something. And they point to me.
Oh, no.
So she just comes in and sees me in there first, in the ambulance first before this guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I don't know why, I always remember, like, I'm just sitting with my wrist like this because it's broken, they have it splinted, and they keep asking me if I need morphine, because if I'm in pain, I'm like, no, I'm not moving, I'm not in pain. And the guy next to me is screaming for morphine.
Really?
Because I guess he broke his leg.
Ooh.
Wow.
But yeah, I got charged with failure to yield the right-of-way, and no seatbelt. But I fought the seatbelt. I'd be dead if I wasn't.
Yeah,
So-
there's no way, yeah.
Which is, I normally say, like, certain laws are stupid because, like, the helmet law, I think you're a dumbass riding a motorcycle without a helmet. I'm okay with the seatbelt law. I'm okay with people being forced to wear it, because if you're dumb enough not to wear it, you probably deserve to die. But
Right. I always liked Dwight Schrute's argument that it was against...
it's against natural selection.
Right.
It really is.
Right.
But the helmet law is the one that's really against. It's like
Right. Any sort of, like... Yeah.
protection.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so community and that sort of it, I totally agree with. The
Yeah, I don't
having the paying money and having to do all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to be like, I'd clarify myself as like agnostic because I don't like confirm or deny. Like I'm in that little
You
thing
believe
of like
you're okay with the idea of God if there's
yeah,
proof.
like I'm
Yeah.
definitely not, but it's not the proof thing it's the thing. That's why I'm not agnostic. I don't think because like I believe like in a higher power. I believe in all these things. I don't need to see it to believe it because I'm like there's certain things where you can't explain it with science. Like and I like have taken science classes and it's like oh they try to explain this and that. Like no, like I understand that we evolved and I don't believe we just like sprung up out of nowhere. But there had to be like a way for us to be created and like get there. And I don't know, like I think the thing that bugs me the most about religion is like the people in religion. Like yeah, there's community, but then there's like the backlash of like people who like hardcore like Catholic and they believe in that religion and then they're gay and they're like no fuck you
Or
you're
Harry
not
Potter's
you're not
evil.
yeah you're not in our religion or like Harry Potter's evil or you can't go
Yeah.
to a dance when you're 16 or you can't drink coffee like those are the stupidest like live your life like if you believe in a religion and you're like hey like I believe in this is what I want to do but you have your other things like you should be able to believe in that and have your own kind of moral code, but still, like, uphold to what, like, you believe in your religion and not be like, no, I can't drink coffee because that's a drug. Like,
Yeah.
It's just the stupidest thing in the world to me. I just can't comprehend it. Or, like, barring your kid from doing fun things or, like, telling them they can't talk about witches and wizards because, no, that's evil. Like, it's just this, like, it just takes away from kids' childhoods and it's just the stupidest. Like, I remember a time when I went to my friend's house and I was reading Harry Potter and really loved it. But they wouldn't let me talk about Harry Potter because they didn't believe it. I was just like, what? Like, I didn't understand. Like,
it's a book. Yeah.
like, it's just a book. Like,
It's not gonna
nobody
hurt
wrote
you.
it.
It's fiction.
Yeah.
That's the
not.
part of religion that, like, really, really bugs me. Or, like, just people, like, hating on somebody because of who they are, or how they look like, and then, like, killing people for, like, it just doesn't, like,
Yeah.
and then justifying that by, like, no, this is what my God believes. Like, it just,
Or bombing abortion clinics.
yeah, like, if somebody wants to, like, have their right to choose if they want a child or not, that's not any of your business. That's
Yeah.
not anybody's business. It shouldn't be a part of religion. It shouldn't be a part of politics. It should be a right from the person that's doing it and their doctor, and that's it. And that, like, makes me so mad. And that's also part of why I hate religion, because it's invested into our politics now. People are
Yeah.
like, no, like, this is how we should do it because this is how it should be. Like, no, like, ugh.
What was it, like Illinois? They were, or was it Illinois or Indiana? They were
Oh.
banning people, or they were allowing businesses to not sell to gay people if they wanted to.
Yeah, like, things like that. Like,
Illinois.
Was it Illinois?
It's either Illinois or Indiana. It's one of those
Yeah.
two.
That's crazy.
And my
or
part-
they're in certain states, they were, like, trying to make it illegal for you to have an abortion. Like, if you had
Yeah,
an abortion,
which
you
is-
would go to jail. Like, no, that's not your right to do that. That's
Yeah.
nobody's right to do, like, you need to go to jail because you did this. Like, no. Like, especially for, like, people that get pregnant because they got raped. Like, you're gonna force that person to raise a child that is forever going to remind them of somebody that, like, they don't want to be reminded of? That's not fair.
Yeah, the government and religion should be a part of that at all.
Yeah.
Same with like gay marriage. Like, why do you care so much?
Exactly. And then, like, the thing,
Why does it
like,
bother you?
side note, the thing that bugs me about that and them saying that it ruins the sanctity of marriage, and then you turn on the TV and then there's like, hey, these people are gonna marry the person that they see, like, right away,
Yeah, exactly.
and they're gonna have to choose whether to divorce them or not. Like, no, that's stupid. Like, they ruin the sanctity of marriage, not gay people who love each other and just want to be married. Like,
Yeah.
that's ugh.
And from my more business-minded side, banning people from spending money at
Yeah.
your business is
Why would you be that stupid?
It's like, here, I want to buy $1,000 worth of stuff.
No,
oh,
sorry.
what's your sexual
No,
preference?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, leave.
Can't sell that to you.
Well, that's why, like the big Chick-fil-A thing. That's, they came over here and they're extremely anti-gay.
One owner is.
The CEO is.
One person.
But that's, like, the person who built everything.
True, but
They
That's who makes
changed-
all the rules.
They changed their menu a while back to be like fudge packing sundae.
Oh
And,
my
like,
god.
Yeah, like really, really bad stuff.
yeah, but
And
You
like
just like
that's
Chick-fil-A.
that's a
actually I've never been. But if you're going with that, back in what, 2001, 2002, restaurants were changing French fries to freedom fries, and that lasted for what?
Well, yeah, I'm not saying, but freedom fries and
Freedom
fudge
fries isn't
packing
offensive.
It's a curtain
Sunday.
one,
It's
yeah.
not, it's not offensive. Some people thought it was offensive because you're changing it because of what one small group did. But with that group in this country, like the same minority in the country, thought like, oh, you're changing that because of something my people did, or all that prejudice that came about. So are we okay with businesses doing that for months, years?
Yeah. Then that goes into the more religion getting into everything
Yes.
where it shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Considering we were founded on separation of church and state, and nobody seems
Yeah.
to realize that. They're like,
Yeah.
oh no, the Constitution. I'm like, okay guys, let's hold on a second here though.
Right. That's crazy. It's like the first thing they said.
Yeah, because they left because they didn't want to deal with it in their old country, and they're like,
Yeah.
hey guys, we're not gonna do this, and now like you're
We wanted separation of church and state, freedom of religion, and
exactly, and now
speech.
it's like, nope, you can't have any of that stuff that we were founded on. Like, nope, not allowed.
Mm-hmm. Well, what a topic. Everybody.
You never actually
Yeah.
answered that question about
Yeah.
God.
I'm a Christian. I was raised Christian, and stepdad and mom were Catholic. So I did that thing, and the kneel and stand and sing and the water and the wine, and then I would go home and ask my mom, like, why does this religion do that, right? And like investigate into why, and isn't it the same thing, right? Christianity is Christians and Catholics, and like, why is there a difference, so and then I completely separated it from myself and was like, I didn't believe in God, I didn't believe in anything, I didn't pray, I didn't do anything. And then I had, I don't know, a revelation, I guess. I just changed my mind. I had depression and anxiety, and there was a time 3-4 years ago. I won't go into the details, but something happened and just kind of changed my mind, and I started praying. And then separately, when I was in 7th grade, I got buried alive at a beach, right? So, which sounds crazy.
That sounds scary.
Right?
So,
God.
Like, are we talking completely?
Way to
or just,
die.
like everyone's at the beach, like just to your head.
No. Like, so everybody was out swimming. I stayed. My dad brought a shovel because he's a
Beachcomber?
construction.
Oh.
No, he's in construction, right? So we just kind of packed up and went to Oregon. It's at the Haystack Rock, that beach, Cannon Beach,
Okay.
in Oregon. So we go there for vacation because we have a beach house there, and I dig a hole, big hole with the sand, and then my sister comes back and I go swimming. She digs a hole right next to my hole, and then I came back and I was like, oh well. When there's a tunnel, that made those two holes connected. So I started digging a tunnel, and I'm in the tunnel, right? And I'm like caving it out like this, and my mom's like, hey, we're leaving, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And then it goes,
Oh, God.
and then the hole caves in, right? And so I'm like, nope, like this. And all you can see is my hand. And my sister, I was in 7th grade, right? My sister is 5 years younger than me, and so is my cousin. So I could just feel like these little hands, like, trying to pull me out. And I was like, I'm going to see what heaven is like.
Yeah, that's
like,
scary.
I'm finally going to find out whether this is real. Like, this is fucking crazy. And then I took a big deep breath and I got a mouthful of sand. And then I passed out. And then I woke up as I was being pulled up by my stepdad. And there was an ambulance in front of me. I was bleeding in my mouth because I had braces and I cut my lip. And then I had a flashback to actually being dug out, right? And I remember being dug out and then seeing a guy and then pulling me out, and then I came out of that flashback and was getting put into the ambulance as it was looking out down the beach, and I could see the guy who had pulled me out just strolling down the beach. And I was like, but I couldn't really say anything. I was just thinking that, I fucking saw that guy, right? And then, so I went to the hospital. I had to take these pills that would make me regurgitate the sand and get it out of my lungs as well, because I would, wake up in the middle of the night and choke on it otherwise. And then my mom came in after the hospital, and I was laying, and I was like, did you find that guy who dug me out? And thank him, right? And they were like, you were out when we got there. And I was like, what? The guy was right, the guy, and he was a big, here's the thing, is, I always thought it was my guardian angel, so that's what I'm going to call him. He's my guardian angel who pulled me out. He's this big buff guy with a tight black Speedo. And I could see him, strolling down the beach afterwards. He's just ripped, right? And she was like, no, you were out, we had to run back up to the house, and you were out when the ambulance was there. And so she didn't know who pulled me out. And all they know is the story that I can tell, right, as I was in a haze, and who knows if it's real or not, and you would think that would be a change, right? But still, I was like, nah, it could be, but it probably isn't. And then, a couple years ago, it just changed again, and I totally believe in God. I pray all the time, and I think it's very personal and different. I think that religion is very accustomed to who the person is, right? And if you have a thing, and if you have a moment where you need something and you feel like something helped you, then that's your relationship with whoever that deity is.
That's kind of what I like about it from that aspect. Your parents, they're pretty religious, but they're not they don't hate gay people or anything like that. They just find a lot of comfort and
Support.
kind of faith and.
So my mom is too.
Yeah.
And my stepdad isn't, right? And so they never came together on the whole religion thing, but
I think
she's
that
the same
makes
way.
sense though. Because it's kind of sad to just think that there's nothing out there looking out for you. There is comfort in knowing that there's something out there besides just the people that you're with that is there for you.
But it's hard too, because I believe in God. I have a relationship and a vision with that religion, right? But the Bible is hard. I tend to not feel that way about the Bible, right?
That's true. Yeah.
My thing with the Bible is if you go, the only way I can equate it is like Aesop's fables. Go in for the message, not the actual words.
Yeah. Don't take it. Yeah.
Like Genesis, right? Like it's words that have been interpreted and then written down and then translated, right? Yeah. But like these things that have happened, like these miracles or whatever, like whether they're valid or not, they're still being interpreted by people who don't know what the hell that is, right? And so they're writing it down as best as they can.
Yeah.
But is that really what? Like probably not. You know what I mean? But that's also like
it's an interesting story. Like I like it. I like to read it because they're supposed to be real things that happen. So it's interesting to read like how people thought of things that way. Yeah. Like as a book, not like as like a I don't see it like as a religious thing. I'm not knocking people who see it as a religious thing, but I just see it as an interesting thing to read.
And it's a legit point in history that a king took the books of the Bible that made Jesus look un-deity-ish and burnt them and took them and we'll never be able to read them. Like that is a fact, right? Like the Bible was put together by a man.
Like the one thing we know about Jesus, he was a guy.
Yeah.
And he was
whether he was divine is the whole Da Vinci Code thing.
Yeah, it's Da Vinci Code.
Which pisses people off super bad.
Oh yeah.
Fascinating as shit though.
Yeah.
But like for the stuff in there that's actually
because it's all real facts too. Like it's not stuff that you can be like.
Well, some stuff like a guy lived in a whale for 4 days.
No, Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code.
Not the Bible.
Sorry.
Not the Bible.
That's what we're talking about.
No, the Da Vinci Code. The Da Vinci
That's
Code.
the first one everyone goes to. And that's in that movie, Religulous, with Bill Maher.
Okay.
And he's like, so tell me about this this whale, you know, that this guy lives in. And the guy's like, well, it wasn't a whale, it was a big fish. And Bill Maher's like, oh, okay.
That explains it.
Yeah.
That movie's actually really funny.
It's
and then,
very good.
And then the last, 15 minutes when he just goes on the rant, it goes from really funny to, this is hyper serious, guys.
Yeah. It's a good movie, though, because he really does investigate
Scientology.
unbiasedly.
Yeah, people think Scientology... That part you're talking about. Because, you think Scientology's crazy? Talking about Lord Xenu? Yeah. Well, let's talk about the guy in the whale.
See, but I think that's kind of it is kind of crazy, Scientologists, but that's also another thing. You shouldn't knock somebody because they believe in that.
Scientology's based off of a science fiction book from the 70s.
Do you want to know why I personally don't like Scientology over every other religion? It's the only religion you actually have to pay to learn about.
Yeah, that's stupid.
If I want to learn about Christianity,
you can do it on your own free time.
Yeah. I could talk to Aaron. From what you know about it. I could talk to my parents. I could talk
Mormonism is just as crazy as Scientology, but it's free.
It's free.
But it's
South Park actually South Park actually taught you about it.
Right.
Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon taught you about it.
Again, you can't knock somebody for believing.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing. The Mormons are the people that can't drink coffee or go to dances until they're 16. That's just those are things I personally believe are crazy that you need to do this in order to be okay with your God.
I'm so scared of this going on the internet, but it is.
just put John and Jane Smith through everything if you have credits.
Right.
Just dub over all of our names as John and Jane Smith and you'll be fine.
Because they're gonna find us.
I apologize to anybody who believes what they believe.
I know. Yeah. Again, I'm not saying that your guys'
people's opinions.
Yeah,
no one else's.
I'm not saying that any religion is bad. I'm not saying in my personal.
I did say it was batshit crazy.
I'm not. I personally, am not saying that.
I apologize for that statement.
You could believe in the flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah, but as long as you're not
happy.
As long as you
flying spaghetti monster.
Okay.
As long as you're not forcing your religion on people, even on your children. I understand you want your children to believe what you believe, but that's it's everybody's personal belief.
I think it's the journey. I think it's my mom wanted me to be Christian, and then I wasn't Christian, and then I found it myself. Right?
Yeah,
it's the journey.
Yeah, I went to church. My parents brought me to church, and I decided I didn't want to go, and I found
crazy German church.
It's not a crazy German church.
I went to church a handful of times with my parents. I did Bible school a couple times over the summer.
VBS. Vacation Bible School.
Yes, but that was honestly, that was I think was more or less just hey, you need something to do over the summer. Go do this.
So
keep busy. God
created man, and man created the Transformers. So the Transformers are kind of like a gift from God, man. We kind of proved or whatever that Transformers is, Transformers is a slight against God. I love that whole thing.
Anyways.
My favorite part of that movie is when it makes the guy throw up talking about Lord of the Rings.
So good.
Moving on.
Okay. That was a long. That was a long one.
We need to add our disclaimer in there at the bottom.
So how about those game franchises that need to die?
Yeah.
Nice transition.
So,
Topic 3.
my topic is a little lighter. Those game franchises out there that either A, need to change to something better, just change something, or B, need to just stop.
I mean, we were talking about it, but Assassin's Creed, like they
Yes.
really
Thank
need to.
you.
Like I really loved like playing Assassin's Creed for a while, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like I run around and do like cool like ninja things, and then it just was just boring. Like I tried to play all of them.
Well,
like
and every game is the exact
Yeah, like, they
same
don't-
mechanics.
Ninjas.
It's
Right.
fun.
See, that's why I like number 4. Number 4 with the whole ship mechanics and pirating stuff added something.
Like,
Yeah.
it was just like, and I liked the Desmond storyline, and then that stopped. Like, okay, cool, they're done. Like, there's nothing else they can do. Desmond's
But then
dead.
it's you. Like,
Yeah.
you're the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, like it just wouldn't die, and then they just make it really shitty each time
Yeah.
they continue to do it. Like
And
it
they-
just gets worse.
And they add like little like fighting mechanics here and there, but they never like change anything.
It's not huge enough because they can't risk changing it enough to drastically decrease their sales.
Like
Yes.
lose there.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing with Call of Duty.
And that's mine. That's the go-to for everyone. Call of Duty needs to change or die.
Annual franchises. Madden.
Madden,
You know what? Madden
NBA.
never.
Sports games.
But
Any
Madden
sports
has it the
game.
best because they have the only sports game beside that and MLB, the show, that have no competition. Because no other company can make a football game based on the NFL, and no one wants.
And
to.
that's why it's shit because
Yeah.
there is no competition.
Oh, okay. Let's just change
But it
this and put it out for
sells.
60 because
Yeah,
people
exactly.
want.
That's like Battlefield. Like every game that just has a new game that's just like kind of different, but it's the same
But it-
shooting game. And it's the same sports game. You're just playing with new play. Like congratulations, I could go play like an NFL game from like 3 years ago, and I wouldn't
The
care.
exact
Like,
same.
it's the exact same thing.
The
You just have new
Oh, you don't have
players.
this dodge mechanic though. You can't. It's not the spin move. It's different.
but it's the roster. That's all
I
it
don't
is.
care.
You can update the rosters online now.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, then,
You've
yeah,
been able to
there-
do it
there's-
since we got Xbox Live.
Then there's no reason.
There's like they
You
just
keep
keep
the old
actually-
one and just update.
If you watch the reviews over the past couple years, they keep getting worse in the men. They keep giving you less and less, and it's still $60.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
good.
$60, but the online's not going to work right away, like we were
And
talking.
then Fast
Yeah.
and the Furious movies make more money each time they come out.
Oh yeah, you sure they announced 8?
It's literally
Oh,
this is the
That's not even a video game though.
It's
But
a
true, but
service.
points.
I'm just saying.
But points. But points.
Valid.
Call of Duty sales have like I think
No.
Modern Warfare 3 was
Yeah.
the only one that was down.
Well, no, Call of Duty went down, Black Ops went up a little bit, Ghost dropped quite a bit,
Ghosts dropped, yeah. And
And-
Modern Warfare 3 was
and Advanced
bad, too.
Warfare brought it back a little bit, but
Yeah.
I actually liked that one. That was the only one that I liked.
The story though.
Yeah, the story.
And that's what I'm thinking is that these Call of Duty, I guess, you sell me the story for $30, and you sell the bro gamer the online for $30, and then we can all live our happy lives.
That would be fair.
Yeah, that would. Cause it's not worth $60.
oh, but you see, they want you to have the multiplayer, so if you do start playing it, you have to buy the maps later on.
Yeah, and it's all a money grubbing.
So can a game like Call of Duty change enough, or does
No.
it need to die?
It needs to die.
It does.
Okay.
They need to like think of something new. Like there's something else you can do with the shooting. game
Honestly,
that's
I'm not gonna
new.
lie. If you want to make Call of Duty better, go back to World War II.
Yeah, I really thought that Black
Yeah.
Ops 3 was gonna be World at War 2 or something like that.
Or Vietnam. Like, give us something.
Black Ops was
I'm
weird.
kind of sick of World War II personally.
But
I
Really?
think,
How? There hasn't been. There was an influx and then they went away.
not like as a video game, just in general. I'm sick of everybody shoving World War II down everybody's
That's
throat.
true.
Who's
Like,
shoving it down your throat?
do you not go
Examples.
to public school, like any history class ever?
Because it's imminent to our
Yeah,
American
yeah.
But
history.
it's just so like I've learned about it for so many. I understand.
So-
They
Badass.
just repeat
See, I
it
know-
every
I know
time.
what she's talking about because, like, I actually had the same argument in high school. Like, 3 years of middle school and then 3 years of high school, I learned the exact same facts
Exactly
every time.
about World War II, and I was like, and then that it got to the point where people would learn that I'm German, and they'd be like, "You're a Nazi,
Oh,
you're a
God.
Nazi," and I'm like, "Shut!" Like I just shoved
yeah,
down my throat, and I'm
yeah.
just like, "Shut up!" I don't
Blonde hair and the
care.
last name Baumgartner.
Yeah, like I was,
So,
it was just the worst, and I
You're
hated
definitely
it.
the peak of Aryan race.
red goatee and green eyes.
Mm.
Or, at times, green eyes. For some reason, my eyes
Ow.
are all blue.
It just-
Carly.
Oh, she's climbing.
She wants to get up here, babe.
She's like Stallone cliffhanger.
Hi.
That's why I like Valiant Hearts though. They do
Oh, yeah, I saw you guys were playing that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
It's very good.
So
And I
cute.
actually learned things from it.
Right, exactly. And
Yeah.
World War One never gets talked about.
No, I
See, that's the thing. Like, if they made World War Ones, I wouldn't care.
That's what I'm
It's
saying. You need to play
interesting.
Valiant Hearts. It's
Because
so
it's
good.
World War II just gets shoved down your throat. I understand how horrible
Normandy.
it was.
It's Normandy, man. It's
Yeah,
that.
it's D-Day.
It's the best video game scenario. You get shoved onto a beach where people are shooting the shit out of you and your friends, and you got to make your way up. It's, it's a video.
And don't die. And don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, Saving Private Ryan though.
Oh god.
That opening scene, yeah.
So good.
What's your video game that needs to die?
I think I agree with Assassin's Creed too much. That's the first one I can think of.
Yeah.
Zelda. Just kidding.
Hey.
You'll have like 3 glasses just thrown at your face.
Even though I love Mario Party, I feel like it's really going downhill. I think they kind of need to.
Yeah.
Well,
They keep doing the whole cart thing, and I don't.
What's the cart?
so
I
it's
just
so,
feel like they need a new take
Oh
on
my,
Mario.
what is the
Yeah.
cart thing?
so the original Mario parties, where 4 players on a board and each one rolls
you
the dice.
individually.
And you go around the board. On this one, it's all 4 players are in this cart, and you take turns being captain, and you all move to that
They all
next
move
space.
together.
Oh.
And you have to get these little mini stars. So whoever happens to be up front and gets the mini stars, and it's just kind of,
Oh.
like, it's still fun, but
It's not the same.
they're just going. in
It's not that
direction.
same rage-inducing game.
Yeah.
That like I'm going to kill
It's
you.
not. It's not as competitive and make you hate your
But
friends.
now Mario Kart is the new rage-inducing game.
Yeah.
Did you hear they're adding a 200cc mode to Mario
Yeah.
Kart? Yeah.
I guess this is kind of on subject, but I think that in general, Nintendo needs to change.
Yeah.
They really do.
With Zelda not coming out, what's really on the Wii U
And
to
they're
be excited about?
Splatoon, really, and
That's
Smash Brothers
it.
DLC.
Oh yeah, I don't really play my Wii. Like,
Yeah,
there's nothing
there's,
that
like-
makes me want to play my
Mario
Wii.
Zelda
Kart
was
and Smash
the
Brothers.
thing.
But see, like I can play Mario. I only want to play Mario Kart when there's like a bunch of people over,
Yeah.
and
It's a
it's
party
like,
game.
and it's like, yeah, let's
It's
play
Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart.
Yeah, it's not
And
as fun.
It's not as fun to just sit there and be like, yay, I'm playing Mario Kart.
We'll do 150cc's and just play us 2 a couple of rounds, then we'll go online for a little bit
Rage.
and rage at everyone.
But yeah, but then you get bored. I don't know. Like I just feel like they
You
don't
missed
have.
the days when it was you and 3 friends on the 64 going like,
Finding all the shortcuts.
I just feel like
Yeah.
they don't have anything that's like new and cool and like it's all just like Mario and then it's like Pokemon and then it's
you know what's
Zelda.
good? Pokemon on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Oh god,
There.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Make a change. Make something that's just different, right?
But it's 'cause
Instead of
everything
another
sells.
Toad game, another Mario game,
Nintendo-
another Yoshi game.
No, they just like to stick with their guns.
That's
Because
what I'm saying.
they know it sells and they know they're gonna make
Yeah.
money.
But
So-
they have
but you see
enough
change.
money to
You don't want
change.
Nintendo to die. You just want them to change.
No, nobody wants Nintendo to die.
So what do you think their whole rumors of or their whole thing about going to mobile gaming now?
That's
I think
interesting.
they're trying to change.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was what I wanted, but
It's an attempt, right?
yeah. And they're not redoing any of their classics. They're making new games. It's not like I'm going to be able to play Mario 3 on my iPhone.
Well, unless you download the emulator and just play
You
it on
can't
your...
do that. Well, yeah, I got to jailbreak iPhones though, and I'm not.
Wait, you can't... There's not just an emulator in the App Store?
No, Apple doesn't let
Oh,
you do that.
reason for Android now.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Nintendo's a big
Nintendo.
one.
I could agree with that.
Honestly, if they didn't already say they're just going to do mobile games, I would say Sonic needed to change or die.
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 Okay. You're just a hater on Sonic and have been...
I just don't think Sonic's very interesting.
No.
The
it's
original
not.
games were fantastic,
I
And
though.
the fan base is creepy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they
No one
are.
wants to be a part
Look
of
at the fan
that.
base.
Don't even look into
Why
this.
are they creepy?
They
Okay,
just
okay.
they do weird things on the internet.
Wait, what?
Are they
Okay.
weirder than bronies?
No.
No.
Bronies are still the worst thing.
They're pretty close though.
If I
Oh,
look up Sonic fanbase, what will it do?
Sonic fan fiction.
oh God.
Oh god.
Really?
Fan fiction.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it fan fiction? that I
Okay,
should
okay.
look
To be
at?
fair,
The pictures,
every
probably.
single thing has fan fiction.
I have an idea.
Oh God.
What if Nintendo, and not that they have the rights to any of this stuff, but if they acquired the rights
I don't understand.
and re-released a new Mega Man, Castlevania, and Metroid.
Well, they have the rights to
creepy part that I don't understand.
Well, that starts to get creepy. No, like honestly, Sonic. Like for some reason, the
They
Sonic
were like
fan
the
base.
original bronies.
Yeah.
Well, with the Sonic fan base, it's like twofold. Like people will defend to the death Great Sonic, but they only really talk about either the Genesis games or the one game on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Because pretty much everything after the Dreamcast was shit.
Yeah, but see, then you have the weird people who love the stuff that came out after that.
I mean, all we do is dress up like Sonic. I think.
No, you're finding the not creepy stuff.
I don't know. It's
No, don't.
Creepy Sonic.
Oh. What was something? Oh, I had one that I thought needed to change.
I think Metroid needs
I
some
mean,
love.
they draw them.
They need to
Is that the
redo-
weird thing?
Well, that's part of it. But again, that's Rule 34.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Why is it a toilet? What the heck? I don't understand.
Now you
And
found it.
people take that shit seriously.
So as you were saying, they need to
Metroid, Mega Man, Castlevania.
So Metroid they need to make because Other M was one of the worst experiences I've had in games in recent years. Oh, that's exactly what I needed to see tonight.
I just don't understand. Like, what? Why do people think that's a thing that should
well,
happen?
hey, you found it.
There.
It exists.
And you can find it too, and we're not going to show
Don't.
it. On your own.
Leave a comment if you can guess what she was looking at.
Oh, God.
Metroid, because Other M was, like I said, the worst experience I've had, probably.
I feel like it's polarizing because I've seen things on the internet that give it a lot of praise.
You know, the one thing it did right is it was probably the single best looking game that we ever made.
Yeah.
Everything else is shit. I'm not gonna lie, if you had made this game, took out everything Metroid related, just replaced the characters and changed the name, it'd be a phenomenal game. It'd be really good.
But because it's a Metroid
because
game.
it's a sequel to Super Metroid, which is the best one in the series, my opinion.
Well, and they just made her so whiny and
Yeah, they
not
took one of the
That's what I've heard.
They took one of the best female characters in gaming and made her a whiny
Yeah, she's
little
supposed
girl.
to be this badass bounty hunter, but she can't do anything because this guy she likes says she can't.
She actually.
Ugh, that's
so
awful.
best
Yeah.
example.
That's
And
really
then she
horrible.
talks
So
in
she
monotone.
actually has all of her power ups still. First, she's told she can't use super bombs because you might hurt the station. Fine. You know what? I'll even grant that one. But then you go into a lava level and start taking damage because it's too hot. Halfway through it, he then tells you to put on your heat-resistant suit. You've had it the entire time.
So you're basically just listening to this guy the whole time.
Yep. And
We were listening to her, like, talking all monotone and kind of, like, whiny. And
oh yeah,
damsel in distress.
pretty much all her dialogue, what you're learning about the game, is all inner monologue, all in her head. And it all kind of sounds like
It's
this.
just not Samus.
It really does. She's just talking like this.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's...
I love it. That's your new thing. I'm going to make you say things as Other M Samus.
Oh God! Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you so much. And she is scared of a boss that you have beaten like 7 times before that. Ridley, you know Ridley. Yeah, she like freezes up and just becomes like the little girl again. Always.
Oh damn. So yeah, a new
Metroid.
redemption. It should be like Metroid Redemption.
Well, Capcom will never do anything with Mega Man, so we'll get Mighty Number 9 as our closest thing.
Oh, right.
Look at
And
that.
Castlevania, you have to let Konami do something with it.
I just played Symphony of the Night on my
So
Vita.
good. So good.
Beat it. Loved it.
Were you able to unlock Richter?
Yeah.
Did you get the achievement at the beginning?
Mm,
No, wait, or the trophy, I'm sorry. Beat Dracula with Richter without taking damage?
No, I took damage. But I did kill him. I didn't have to be saved by, what's her name? That'd be so good, though. Like another Castlevania, another Metroid game. Get back to the classic.
Well, E3, we might get something.
No, definitely not.
No, just no.
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 I don't see it. I think it's very unlikely, but it needs to happen.
I think Metroid will happen. I don't think Castlevania will, and I
Really?
know Mega Man won't. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, if Zelda did get delayed, why not make a Metroid game instead?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be another Pokemon.
Oh, there's going to be Pokemon. There's going to be Pokemon later this year.
RPG
Yes.
on the Wii.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Well, they had that one on the GameCube that was kind of decent. That Pokemon XD or whatever.
Yeah, it was like Gales of Darkness.
It was the start. Oh yeah, that's
it
what
was like
called.
more dark. Yeah.
Well, like you actually had to capture enemy Pokemon.
Yeah.
When it was like 3D and you walked around and you did your stuff.
I still think Skyrim style Pokemon.
Yeah.
That open first person.
But see, would the Pokemon battles be like
I think
real time?
I think you control the Pokemon in real time. Like when you throw one out, that's who you're using them and running
You
around
push
and
like
not dying.
A to Thundershock or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or even just make the battles turn based, but just be able to 3D and walk around
Like
and stuff.
Persona.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Like Persona.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Persona.
Just something different.
That'd be
How
cool.
is Persona going?
I can't beat this boss, and so I'm not playing it.
She can't beat Troy Baker's Shadow.
Yeah, he was making me mad. He fucking does his
Kanji.
weird. He does his weird, like, I don't know, like he makes
You
the
calling
men,
me gay, bro?
he makes the men like he makes the men poison, and then he makes the females like really angry for some reason, and then they're all just like, ugh.
He's
And-
like very homophobic in the game. It's really funny.
Yeah, because he's gay, like that's his little secret.
But like when people are like, "Hey, that's weird," he's like, "I'm not gay, bro."
And then like his thing when he goes into the TV is like he's in a bathhouse and he's like super effeminate, like he's like
Yeah.
and it's like you're not me, and then he's like no I am, and then he like
That game is so good. I can't wait for Persona 5. Doesn't need to change.
Have you seen
or
the trailer?
die.
It already has changed. Look at the trailer. No, just look at the trailer. Because it's a new
It looks
cast this
cool.
time. Oh, it does.
Like the oh man. Anyways.
As big of a fan as I am of it, I am probably the minority, but Final Fantasy needs to change.
Yeah.
Because
Agree with that.
pretty much all of 13 was awful.
Have you seen
I
the
get those
15 stuff?
confused. Is Final Fantasy the one with Disney, or is that Kingdom Hearts?
That's
I get
Kingdom
those
Hearts.
I get those two confused, really.
Kingdom
They're
Hearts.
pretty similar though. Let's be honest.
No. I'm not-
Aside from Goofy
Everything.
and Donald Duck.
Aside from everything,
It's
yes.
still like
Aside from
anime people and key sword.
No.
Key swords.
And that's not even the worst weapon. Final Fantasy has the worst weapon. One guy has a beach ball as his weapon.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
tried to get into Kingdom Hearts because I was like, Disney, it's gonna be cool.
And RPG.
That has a
shit
huge
like that.
following, though.
I
I
know.
know, but I don't get it. Like, I tried to put no.
Do you know,
That's
that
very
game
good.
started
Way
as
too.
an offhand comment in an elevator. A guy actually said something like, "Hey, we should do an RPG with Disney characters."
RPG was Goofy.
Pretty much, and I was like, "Hey, make that work."
But I don't think it does. Like,
It's
I don't
so
think
weird.
It's
Yeah,
really
Like the
strange.
story is completely weird if you start getting into the deep part of the story.
People love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't understand. I just can't get into it. Like, I just don't think it's.
I said I didn't
it's
like it at
not
work,
Disney.
and somebody was like,
Yeah, they take it seriously. They
Kidding
take it
me?
personally.
Like, 'cause I bought it, and then like I was like, he told me like, because I was about to buy it like 3 different times. He's
"Give
like,
it
no.
a shot."
He's like, no, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
And he's like, finally, okay, play it. And I like played it for like 2 minutes, and I was like, no, I don't like.
So
this
did you
game.
play? Did you play the first one, like Kingdom Hearts 1 or like the
We
1.5?
played the one, yeah, the remastered
Okay.
1.5.
You know the worst part about number 1? I've actually tried playing it for a while. It's the way you travel between worlds. It's this gummy ship.
Oh, see, I didn't even get that far.
Oh yeah. Well, no,
Gummy
'cause-
Bear?
What was that thing we watched where I think this is Kingdom Hearts, but it starts out with like you're on a beach and
Kingdom
it's your
Hearts.
friend drowning, and then it
Yeah, that's
shows your friend like dying in the water, and it's like
Yeah, it was Kingdom
like-
Hearts.
Yeah.
It was like really uplifting music, and it was like techno, and then she's like dying,
dying.
and I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand.
yeah, I was just like off.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is one I've tried getting into. I really
Yeah,
have. I
I
had
get
so many
it.
friends tell me, "Oh, it's
It's
great."
sad. Everybody
No.
says it's so
No.
great, and it's Disney, and I love Disney, and it's just like. I can't
But
do it.
if you ever want to see something really cool, just look up the video of the Nightmare Before Christmas level.
That's cool.
That looks legit.
Like a whole game like that would make a little more sense.
But no,
Alice Madness Returns or whatever was I heard good.
it was good.
I know.
I
think it was
I played the first one. I played American McGee's Alice. But they're
Oh,
both,
okay.
it's a really dark take on Wonderland.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
I
like-
think what
But that's okay, because I like dark things in Wonderland. Because I don't honestly think that
Stop.
Wonderland is like. I can see Wonderland being a really dark place.
Oh,
Maybe-
it's very
Makes
dark.
sense,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I could believe it.
that was a
Yeah.
good game. Both of them were good.
Good.
I can believe it.
Not sure if I do or not.
Screw it. I'll say Kingdom Hearts needs to die though because I just
Yeah,
don't
they
see-
make a bunch of them
That's
too,
just because
don't
we
they?
don't care,
Well,
though. Not
here's-
really.
It's nothing they make up. Well, they made like Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, and then like a billion offshoots. People are still waiting for this Kingdom Hearts 3,
Which they announced.
it's coming out this year.
Well,
hopefully.
is it Final Fantasy that they make a lot of them?
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy is
Yeah.
going to be up to
15, 10-1, 10-2.
But they're like huge games, aren't they? Like, don't they have
Final
like
Fantasy?
a ton of hours and
Yeah,
Stop,
but like
the-
in a bad way?
some of them do.
Hey.
Like Final Fantasy 13, all 3 of them are just kind of bad in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Characters are bland, story's awful, combat sucks, and the first game. So Final Fantasy is like RPGs, like you're supposed to be able to backtrack and go forward and stuff. 13 is basically a hallway for 20 hours. Just keep moving forward.
Awesome.
What the fuck?
And apparently for 14 you actually, or 13 you have to read the menus or read the codex to learn the story too. It would be like playing Mass Effect, but not being told anything. You just have to read.
Oh, see, this I like Mass Effect because they do tell you things. Like you can choose, you can choose to read the codex, or you can just pay attention.
Same with
fair,
Dragon Age.
yeah.
You can choose
That's
to
what it
read
should
it.
be.
Yeah,
No one wants to sit there and read everything.
because it's like that. They give you so many things to read, and it's like
Oh.
I tried to read all the things in Mass Effect, and I got to the point where it's like I don't.
I
know.
love those games where you start out, you're really into it, and you're reading everything.
tried that in
and then
Skyrim.
like 5 hours.
Were you
into it.
read
I
the books?
legitimately tried that in Skyrim.
I remember he told me that. Like that's one of the first
But
things
it's
I ever
hard.
heard about you. Was like,
It's just-
yeah, Donnie's trying to read all the
I
books in
tried.
Skyrim, and I was like, what?
Actually, some of the books are really good. Though.
Some of them are really
I've
cool.
read a couple good ones.
Like the story,
It's
like
just-
when they
it
make
gets-
their own little stories.
That's
is
the
fun.
point.
Yeah,
Well, like
yeah.
all the things I'm at, like it's really cool to read them all, but then you're like, I don't like. I'm wasting like 3
Eventually, I'm
hours
just
per
like-
day.
in the
I'm just gonna
back.
pick this up, whatever. I'll read it later.
Like
I'll
a
get
1,000
to
books
it.
in every house.
Yeah.
My Skyrim book backlog is huge.
You know, you could download to your phone every Skyrim book just to read.
Oh, damn.
Interesting.
Just sounds like a lot of effort.
I also appreciate on the PC version the mod that lights up books that you haven't read yet.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's cool.
that would be cool.
It's very handy.
Yeah.
Like with you getting the skill books, it's like, have I read that skill book? Okay, let's
Exactly.
open it. Damn it!
And then it's, you know, and it's like, oh, that was
That's
2
awesome.
seconds. I can't get back.
And then if it has to autosave after you open the book, it's like, oh god, damn
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Doesn't need to
Dragon's
go away or
Falls.
change. Fallout, Skyrim.
Correct.
Um,
Funny enough, Fallout actually changed when it was
quite a bit, yeah.
because it started as a turn-based RPG,
Mm-hmm.
tactics-based.
Yeah, and it was like top down.
Yep,
Very different. Very
still fun.
Mhm.
Found out though, if you play the original one and you have your intelligence at 3, you'll miss out on most of the game because you can't talk to people. You're that stupid.
Everyone thinks
Right.
you're stupid. And they're like, I'm sorry, I don't understand you. And your like replies are like, durr.
I love that.
See, that's what bothers me about Dragon Ball's universe. They don't even change it if you pick a female character or a male character. If you pick a female character, you're still he saved the world.
Oh,
Like,
they
they
didn't
were-
even
really?
try.
They were too lazy to like recode it.
Well, it's
That's
also,
kind of what I don't like about Mass Effect, though. When you try to make a girl, like I mean, they kind of change
Well-
it, but like there's no like cool. Like,
well, you're Commander
difference.
Shepard.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
always commander. You're either
Yeah.
Shepard or Commander Shepard. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm a girl.
Like you can choose to be like you can choose to
Isn't
have
a
different
girl
loves.
commander
so-
still Commander Shepard?
Well, yeah, that's what she's saying. Like, you don't get like the cool, like any sort of extra female
The
dialogue.
only thing you get like
okay with that.
being a female.
It's not
is-
like it's like, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Well, that's
whoa.
what Dragon Ball is.
Dragon Ball
It's
actually
like
does
just
that.
I don't know. Like I wish that like there was
That's
a difference.
troubling.
Like because the female like the what I bugs me is the female voice actor in Mass Effect is not good. Like the voice actor for male Shepard's
I hate
really
that.
is really good, but like the female
everybody's
one.
diehard for FemShep, though. Everybody loves FemShep. You haven't played 3 though yet, have you?
Mm-mm.
But we have
That's
it
fine.
though, right?
That's fine.
We have all 3 of
You're
them.
good. Skip 3.
No, she's got to play 3.
No.
People at work have said that 2 and 3 back to back are the best gaming experiences you can get.
Who?
A couple people. I'm not going to call out any names. They've been on the podcast though. If you want to talk to them, we'll get them back.
The only way I like 3 is if the indoctrination theory's right.
Excuse me. Spoilers. Let's stop.
I'm
I'm not playing
I'll stop. But
Topic 4.
okay.
As long as you guys are okay with that. Nothing else needs to die.
You're looking around for games or something.
Yeah.
Here.
Maybe
No,
not
actually-
games, but what about the amiibos? They actually need a purpose now instead of just being collectible.
I'm okay. I don't use them, so I don't need to.
Yeah, we don't need a
We
purpose.
traded in
ask.
our Disney Infinity. I said this last week, but we traded in our disc, and he's like, "Hey, we take the figures or whatever," and we're like, "We want the figures."
No, those are ours.
Don't even talk
I
about
still
it.
can't believe you have a $100 figure just chilling up there too.
Yeah, I like it. No, I'm okay with the functionality of them.
Well, that's because you don't actually open them and use them. But
But a lot of people don't. Like a lot of people don't.
oh, they're just collectible. They're just collectors.
That's the
items.
thing. You open them, then you're like, "Hey, like what now?" Like we have
Yeah.
that Pikachu one, but
like
You don't
Nintendo
really do
knows what
anything
the
with that.
Nintendo.
We were dumb and like opened up our Infinities. Although we wanted to play Infinity for a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to play it. And those aren't like collectible. These are like the starter pack Infinities, so it's
Well,
not like they're ever collectible.
Like the most collectible one I think you guys have will probably be the Mickey or some of the Guardian stuff later on.
Yeah, I think the Rocket collectible is already pretty collectible.
All right, last topic.
Movies that we're excited for / wish we had seen, haven't seen. And if you haven't, you're going to get them spoiled.
Oh, good. Good. So, I'm going to go with the big one coming up soon. Avengers.
Star Wars. Oh.
Avengers.
Star Wars.
No, Avengers. It's
Yeah.
It looks
very
like,
excited
Yeah.
for that. Ultron,
Definitely.
James Spader. How are they going to kill him? That's a big question. I want it to be awesome.
it's going to be awesome.
Like, really awesome.
Like the Hulk and the Iron Man.
The Hulk and the
suit's kinda
Hulkbuster
cool.
armor.
Yeah.
They kind of teased what's happening to Hulk later, too. Because in the comics, right, he gets thrown to his own little planet.
Planet Hulk.
Yeah. And they kind of teased that a little bit.
Interesting.
Yep. If you watch the trailers and stuff, they're teasing like the love story of Bruce Banner and Black Widow.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Ooh,
okay
I
with
ship
that.
Huh?
I like
She
those.
said.
I like that better than Captain America.
She said I should.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
But that's the romance in the
And that
comics,
douche
though.
isn't even doing him anymore because of his fucking hairline.
What?
What?
Captain America.
Really?
So he's got to be going through Civil War.
Well, that's what I mean. Civil War is his last one.
So that
But
two-parter.
it makes sense.
Wait. What's his face? Like the.
Chris
like-
Chris
Evans.
Evans isn't doing them anymore because, my hairline's getting too thin.
Oh my god.
What, really? Like, everybody loves Captain America because he was in it. Like, they're like, oh my god, Chris Evans, Captain America. And now he's like, no, I'm not going to do it
So
anymore.
I know it's next year. I'm excited for Deadpool.
Yes.
I finally watched the rated R reveal.
Oh,
That
on
was
the
really
extra
funny,
thing.
yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
No, I clicked off of it the first time though because I'm like, I don't want to watch Mario Lopez interview
Yeah.
this guy.
What's that shit? Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, I searched for it again, and like Mario Lopez popped up again. I'm like, fuck! Did they take it down or what? It's very funny though. I'm pumped about
I think
that.
Ryan Reynolds is perfect for Deadpool.
Yep.
I feel
He's
like-
my man crush.
I feel like he gets like every movie like lately. Like
Who was he? He was Green Lantern.
Yeah,
Green
Green
Lantern,
Lantern.
which wasn't as good.
Is he the only person that's been in a DC and a Marvel movie?
But he's also in another superhero movie, isn't he? Ryan Reynolds.
Well, he played fake Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
but he's like in another one. I swear.
Green Lantern.
No, not that. Not either of the two that we just mentioned.
Okay, your question. DC and a Marvel film.
I feel like there is someone else, but I can't think of who it is.
No, I watched that rated R thing and I realized that he's so much my man crush that I downloaded Amityville Horror and rewatched it that
Oh,
night.
God.
Because she
Oh,
had
that's right,
seen
he's
it.
in that.
Yeah.
The other
Holy crap, is he ripped in that movie?
doesn't he just like spend like 4 scenes just chopping firewood?
Well, yeah, but also like torturing his stepson.
Oh,
and it's
yeah, yeah.
horrifying.
That's
I actually like that
crazy.
movie.
Actually, the thing I always remember about that movie is Roger Ebert absolutely hated it because they never sent him a review copy of it. So he couldn't review it until it came out in theaters, and so it was
Oh,
instantly
no.
thumbs down.
Yeah, whatever. I liked it. I think, honestly,
It was a good remake.
it was a good remake, and him, Ryan Reynolds did a very good job because he was Van Wilder for me before that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I like him
And I
as
was like-
Deadpool.
Yeah. But I was like, he's funny. Is he gonna be able to be this guy, right? And he did a really good job. He fucking scares me when he's cutting the wood with the kid. He makes the kid like hold it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he like grabs his face. It's
There's
fucking
gonna be the Croods.
And then he
too.
takes
Have
his
you
shirt
seen the
off.
Croods?
No.
The what?
We
The
never saw the
Croods.
Croods. I heard it was really good. I wasn't
on
sure about it
Netflix.
at first.
It's,
Is it?
it's really cute. I like it. But there's gonna be Croods too, just so you know. He's in it. That's why I mentioned
Oh,
it.
superhero movie.
Ooh.
Is that what you're trying to think of?
No,
Jack
I just
Croods too?
I don't
No.
remember. I don't remember what it was.
I
that was
know.
trying to think of.
I'm excited for
Star Wars.
The Incredibles too.
Oh yes, The Incredibles too.
They're
That should
making
be
a
fun.
second one.
Yeah.
Finally.
They pretty much announced it when they announced it, and then like Cars 3 at the same time.
I'm so sick of cars.
I
Can
know.
cars just go away?
I don't like
Cars
Cars.
and planes
Yeah.
and
Cars Land, California Adventure is dope. Super cool. But I don't like Cars the movie.
I
You
like
mean
the
Doc
first
Hollywood
one.
the movie?
Yeah.
I like the first Cars, and then they made a second Cars, and I was like, okay. And then they made Planes, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
And then
like,
Planes 2.
Yeah.
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 It's like, I like Toy Story, but then they made Toy Story 2, and it was like,
Whatever.
Yeah, that's almost sacrilegious.
All the Toy Story movies were good, whereas all the Cars movies, meh.
Oh, come on. You know you teared up a little bit at the end of Toy Story 3.
They're making
No, I
another
was
one
kidding.
now.
I love Toy Story. I was just
Wait, what?
They're making it. There's rumors that it's a Toy Story 4. Like, what are they gonna do?
I heard
Like,
about that, yeah.
just like Kill Bill 3.
Yeah.
Bill's dead.
Spoilers.
What more is there to do?
It's the title of the movie. You gotta assume if I'm gonna watch 1 or 2, he's gotta die. It's Kill Bill.
Dude,
Surprise, he dies.
although Tarantino will still watch it, still be super hyped for it.
That dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what about what's the other one he's doing? The Western? The Hateful Eight?
Yeah,
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. Which
Tarantino.
leaked, and then stopped doing it, and then he's gonna do it anyway.
Oh, yeah, that was right.
I'm excited for Finding Nemo too.
Yes.
Finding Dory?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, me too.
Pretty much all of Disney Pixar movies. Like they're doing one where it's like
The
like,
emotions?
the emotions,
Yeah.
and like in the head. That's really. I'm really excited for that one
What's
too.
That one.
So it's basically like it shows. It's like the trailer is a family at a dinner table, and you're seeing all their emotions control their brains and each one of their heads.
It's like Osmosis Jones.
But it's-
That's what I was gonna
with
say.
Yeah,
emotions,
but like with
yeah.
emotions, and I think it's only gonna follow one person, like whereas the trailer.
Osmosis Jones
girl,
was fun.
maybe?
Yeah, it's gonna follow the little girl or like the girl in it,
I
and
think
then
so,
it's
yeah.
and it's like all her emotions in their head, and there's like some cool people voice acting it, like Mindy, like what's her face?
Mindy Kaling?
Yeah.
Kaling?
Her, she's gonna be one of the people in it. Like I think it's gonna be really cute.
You haven't seen Osmosis Jones either.
Osmosis Jones is a really, really good
I've
movie.
seen-
That was my favorite movie as a kid.
It was on
That's
HBO when I was a kid. My dad had HBO. It was on every hour
Yeah, like it was always
for
on.
like 6 years straight.
Let me I had an antenna with 4 to 7 channels growing
You
up.
had
Did you
a
have
friend.
a DVD player?
You had a friend
No.
or a DVD
You worked
player.
at a movie store. You have no excuse.
No, our movie store didn't have that because
Stop,
we worked
stop.
together.
Hold
I feel
on.
like they did.
Hold on.
Osmosis
Even if you hadn't
Jones.
seen it
I
as
like
a
how you
kid.
got the finger to
Even
it.
as a kid, you've had all these years now
Yeah.
to watch Osmosis
No
Jones,
excuses.
and you still haven't.
Said,
Just like
I've known her
Titanic.
for this long and she's never shown it to me, and it's one of her favorite films.
I don't own it.
Oh!
There is such a thing of downloading movies that exists.
Yes, you need to see that.
We do not condone downloading movies.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm just saying it is a
The
thing
same-
out
it's-
there.
If you were to do this, you were a despicable
It's
person.
the Farley brothers who did it. So like they went and did Dumb and Dumber and something else, and then they did
Something
Osmosis
About Mary.
Jones. Yeah. So it's really
You'd like it. I can
No, I've seen
understand not
parts of it.
watching Titanic.
That's the only like thing I like the thing like
You
that
should do a
Chris
double
Rock has
feature,
been in that I've
Osmosis
liked
Titanic.
because I don't really like Chris Rock otherwise, but he's okay in that
Yeah.
because his voice kind of annoys
I
me.
always think about it when I sneeze. That there's little guys in my nose that are like,
So whenever you
one
take,
got through!
so whenever you take a pill, you put like a little.
Yeah, little guy.
Yeah. I always think about that when I sneeze. Like, oh, they didn't get one of the things, now I gotta sneeze. So Star Wars.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Beating around the bush here.
Super good.
I'm so
The
hyped for
end
that.
of the trailer with Ford and Chewie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
So good. Loved it.
I didn't know they were supposed to be in it.
But
Is that free?
again, you're giving me crap for Titanic. Hasn't watched all 6 Star Wars films.
Okay, but which ones has she not seen?
Okay, she's only seen
nice.
one. She's only seen one of the original 3, and it's only the only thing she remembers is Luke training with Yoda.
That's not the only thing I remember. I just.
At least she saw Empire.
Or she
I-
could have seen Return of the Jedi. He goes back to Dagobah for a little bit.
I will
Does
admit.
he train them?
The one where he
See, I
cuts
don't
open
remember
the
early Star Wars films.
Okay.
tauntaun and sleeps.
Okay,
in it.
so you've seen the second one. You've seen the best one.
I
I'll
think
give you
that's I
that.
think that's just age though. Like I watched
Yeah.
them, and you probably watched them. It's just you don't remember them.
I watched it a long time ago.
Yeah.
But to be fair,
Like,
when
I
it
watched-
came out, I did see the Jar Jar Binks one in the movie theaters.
See, I watched all
'Cause I was
three.
at
Of the,
all three.
I watched all 3 of the new
2.
ones.
The
in
Pop
movie
Rangers.
Season 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
I've seen because I was that age where it was like, oh,
Yeah.
the new Star Wars are coming out. I gotta see them because that's the age that we grew up in. We didn't grow up with like the old ones. We came up with like the
Neither,
ones.
like, I just watched them because people had them.
But see, but my mom is like, I use this, but my mom is also German, and she's not like, oh, Star Wars. That's not
Yeah.
something that she's like, you
Also-
gotta come see Star Wars.
People love to say this because of that fucking movie Pitch Perfect, that everybody would know his name is his father because Vader is German for father. It's fucking not.
Yeah,
She's German and
it's
she's
not.
like, no, it's not.
It makes me so so mad every time. It's like,
That's
oh
what they
yeah,
say in the movie.
Darth Vader is German. No, it's fucking not. Shut up. Like, Darth is not Darth in
He's
German.
like, Vader is German.
Vader
Oh my
is not.
God.
It's Vater. That's German for father.
Oh my
No,
god.
I just saw a post to this on something today. It's like Finnish or something.
Yeah,
for
it's
father.
not fucking German though, and it makes me really mad. Darth is not German. Darth,
everyone was like,
Darth
oh,
in
that's such a
German
cool
is
little
Dunkel,
tidbit.
so they'd have to be Dunkelvater, and that just sounds stupid, and nobody would ever say that in a movie.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Okay.
Although there is a German sub for that, so they did say that eventually.
But it
in
makes me.
Germany.
No, they wouldn't. With
What's
names,
it?
they don't translate them into German. It'd still be Darth Vader. in
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
German.
that's true.
I didn't know you were that passionate
It
about.
makes me so, because people just. Oh, they're like, and then like,
It is, yeah.
it's because that movie makes everybody believe that's German. They're like, oh, I know that this means. No, it doesn't. Like, stop. Like, please stop miseducating people. Like, it's just so. It makes me so mad.
Sorry I opened up that can of worms.
Whenever I think of stuff about Star Wars, I actually think back to Clerks. About they go into this huge rant about the stormtroopers who built this, the people who built the second one, independent contractors. Is that
Right. And then the roofer, yeah. The roofer takes a job with his heart, not his wallet. So funny.
I'll probably still watch it though.
a movie we
Almost the longest silence ever.
a movie that I missed? I don't know if it came out yet, but Chappie.
Oh yeah, I hate that. I don't want to see that.
Why?
It just looks dumb.
No,
I
why?
think it looks so good though. Like,
What is your reasoning? Okay, my question.
he just thinks it's stupid.
Did you like?
I don't like robots unless they're giant giant monsters.
So Pacific Rim.
yeah,
So Pacific Rim.
Which was
Yeah.
which was an movie. Like, it was
that was
okay.
a good movie.
It was okay.
We both took our glasses off and were like, "That was a good movie."
But it wasn't.
And now you're trying to be like,
It wasn't okay. It's not like the greatest movie ever. Like, it's not my favorite robot movie. Like,
So
"What's your favorite robot movie?"
I don't have it.
Wait. So
Exactly.
Terminator.
No, iRobot is my favorite robot movie.
Oh my god!
Well,
get
at least
out
say
of
Wally.
But see, I don't consider Wall-E a robot movie. I consider it a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Movie.
here. iRobot sucks.
I loved iRobot.
All right. So wait. Terminator.
Robot.
So Terminator. Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Robot?
I didn't like
Yeah,
that.
I guess he's a robot.
RoboCop.
Oh, God.
Not
I mean, to make fun
not
of
the
it.
new one. The old one.
No, yeah.
Where Red
A
Foreman
lot of
is
cocaine
a.
in that movie. I can't believe I watched that as a kid. And then I see it on the Sci-Fi Channel, and they're like, "You fucking bitch!" And I'm like, "This is RoboCop?"
Actually, that was the same reaction I had when I saw it. Because when you watch as a kid, you just see the robot go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all I
that's all
see
you
is
care
the cool
about.
robot.
You know what's messed? Like, the movie that I saw as a kid that, like, I, like, looked back on and was like, wow, that's really messed up that I watched that when I was, like, 6
Jerry
years old.
Maguire.
No. Full Metal Jacket.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh god.
Because my dad had it on. I was like, oh, cool, like a war movie. And I was, like, watching it. I didn't really understand.
World War II.
Yeah.
I didn't understand much of it. And then, like, I watched
No.
it again, like, later
Oh,
as an
Vietnam.
adult.
Sorry.
And I was like, oh my god, like, he blows his brains out and, like, he does all these horrible things. And I'm like, I watced this and I was, like,
that
6
movie,
years
that
old.
movie for me does the
funny.
biggest 180 in movies. It's like the first half is kind of
Yeah.
funny and like little like dark comedy, but funny, and you making fun of people and
The general.
the drill sergeant.
Yeah.
And then like after the scene you're talking about, it just goes to oh my god, this is a depressing movie.
Yeah, and I watched that when I was a kid, and I was like, I just thought it was just like, oh, a movie. Didn't really understand like what was going on. I was just like, oh, like why
Let's
did
see, what
he
movie-
shoot? Like why did he shoot himself?
I remember trying to watch as a kid because again having 7 channels and just going through the VHSs that we had was Dances with Wolves.
I've never seen that.
Never seen it.
Have you seen Avatar?
Yes.
Then you've pretty much seen Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah, yeah,
Pocahontas?
I've
Because that's what Avatar is.
No,
Avatar is
here's the thing.
Pocahontas.
Here's the thing. Dances. No, yeah, Avatar is Ferngully meets Dances with Wolves / Pocahontas because Dances with
Ferngully is such a good
I know,
movie,
oh
though.
my
The only time I remember watching Ferngully is the trailer before Home Alone 2 on the VHS.
Ferngully's a really
There's
Yep.
There's a phone Ferngully
Yep, I
trailer.
had that VHS.
I love that I remember that.
It's a great
Robin
movie.
Hood,
The
Prince of Thieves.
the
I
Costner
watched
one.
the shit out of that as a kid.
Well, I like live action. Like
Morgan Freeman and Alan Rickman, dude. Even as a kid, I was like, that's a good actor. That guy's gonna be something someday.
So it's funny. It's one of my all-time favorite movies as a kid. watching again older, I get same thing you had. It's not as messed up, but it's like this is probably not for kids. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh my god,
just
we were
watched
just
that.
watching that movie.
Dude, one of my all-time. I watched
It's such a good movie.
But it's great. But it's so
Yeah, it kind of is messed up because they like
Yeah.
kill like your they kill your favorite cartoons and they like dip them in acid and they're like, okay, you're dead.
And Christopher Lloyd is creepy as hell in it.
Yeah,
Really creepy.
But as a kid, you're like, ooh, cartoons.
Yeah,
yeah.
they pulled that off in like '88.
Mm-hmm.
Like the CGI of the cartoons
I
and
still
all the
say-
shadows
that's
are
why
good.
I
it's
still
amazing.
say it's the best film to date that's crossed cartoons and
It
live
has
action.
amazing-
Space Jam is really good too, though. By
Space
the
Jam's
way,
pretty legit.
Space Jam is a pretty
But
good
like
movie.
I was watching it because, like I said, we just watched it, and like Roger jumps up on this crate and is like talking to what's his name, and the crate like rocks back and forth. Like they have somebody to like move the crate and then CGI the shadows and all that stuff. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I would
Actually,
never want to.
since I watched that movie I watched the
Too
movie
much
so
work.
much, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. I didn't realize.
It's the same guy.
I didn't realize Bob Hoskins was English though,
Oh yeah, I mean
because he just speaks American in both of them. So it's like
Speaks American.
he speaks American.
I love Super Mario Brothers. That is such
such a great bad film.
It's so awesome
The
though, but
movie-
it's so bad.
Here's a good one. This is the movie that I realized that I was old enough to watch a bad movie. My Cousin Vinny. Because it has so much F words and sex and stuff in
Yeah.
it that I like. We have this little like entertainment center where you pull a little drawer out and then there's VHS
Yep.
in it. And I would pull out My Cousin Vinny and I popped it in. I was like, come and see if Mom notices this. And then I watched it and I was like, that was really funny and really good and I get it. And I didn't get in trouble for watching it. I'm gonna watch movies like, how come this movie's so good and it swears all the time? Like I'm gonna watch more movies like that. That was good. And so I watched the one that was right behind it was Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh.
And then I got into Die Hard.
Second best Die Hard film.
Yeah. It's my favorite. Just
Also,
because of the
other
riddles.
kids'
I
movies.
love riddles.
But Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman in the first
No,
one.
that's true. Jeremy
Back to
Irons
Alan
does a
Rickman.
hell of a job.
True, but I thought Rickman was better.
I think the only like adult movie I ever had,
But
when
they
I was a
reference
kid,
it.
was like Save the Last Dance, and it wasn't like, and it was like not even an adult movie. It was just like a
What
teen.
adult film did I watch?
And
I've
it
never
was
seen that.
because all my movies were like kids movies. Because my mom didn't buy movies, and so it was a lot of the movies I wanted. And besides Save the
one
Last
of the
Dance,
fun
first,
movie.
one of the first, I guess, more adult movies I watched because I was fairly young.
Showgirls. That's a great
No.
movie.
Honestly, it was Independence Day.
that's such a good movie. Oh.
See, it's a nostalgic
I had
film,
that.
but if you look at it objectively, it hasn't aged the best.
Really? I would like to watch it. I think we own it. We do own it.
It's a good film. If you have nostalgic, if you remember watching it, it's still great.
I'm sure it's
like
good, yeah.
Will Smith, but like specifically the part that gets me now is
Does something like not look good or something?
and no, it actually still it holds up pretty well. It's the so you know the scene where like his wife and the kid and dog are trying to escape.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog likes jumping through and the explosion's coming. There is no way the dog doesn't die from the explosion. But again, that's just me getting older and noticing stuff.
Right.
But it's still a great action
Oh, I
film.
wanted that dog to live so bad. When I was a kid.
You wanted
I
Boomer
wasn't
to
like
live.
obsessed with Will Smith when I was a kid because like when I like lived with my mom, all we had were like a certain channels, and Fresh Prince of Bel Air was the only thing that I would watch. And then I was like, I want to watch all his movies, so I would watch like all this. Even
Men
though
in
really,
Black and
Men-
Independence.
Yeah.
Men in Black,
Men in
Independence
Black.
Day. I watched iRobot, and then I would watch.
Get out of here with your iRobot.
And like no, the other like really bad one that I did not like, but it was like him as a Hitch, not a good movie. Mr. like whatever the
Hancock.
super Hancock.
Yeah.
No, horrible
Yeah.
Here's the
movie.
thing.
Hancock took
Weird.
a weird twist
Yeah.
that made it good.
See, I thought Hancock was better until the love story kicks in.
That's true.
Is that
The
what
love-
happened? I remember like having a different opinion.
So
of
here's
it,
the
I
thing.
think.
Yeah, because it was like a horror. He was like a not good
was just
superhero.
Or 7 pounds.
Oh god.
Yeah.
7 pounds.
I don't understand
Will
that.
Smith.
It was part of just watch last week's podcast. So Hancock starts out him being a drunk superhero, just doing his own
yeah.
thing.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then then he starts going good, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, Charlize Theron love
Yeah,
story. It's like,
randomly,
what?
there's
Yeah,
another
like that's
woman
like, that's,
who's a
and that's something
superhero.
that made me mad
That's
too,
right.
because it was going in a good direction, and then like this lady comes out of nowhere,
Weird.
and they have like this toxic superhero relationship with each other.
Yeah,
that,
if they
like,
get close,
Yeah.
they lose their
It got, like,
power.
yeah, and they like die, and I'm like, this is horrible. Like, why did you put this in here? Like, no.
Like if they would have made Hancock pretty much the first half of the whole thing, maybe added
Yeah.
a little tiny other him redemption story, would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, definitely. That was weird. Like Stranger with Fiction, Stranger Than Fiction. That movie.
I really liked that movie.
Weird.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, that kind of was just a big letdown because it came out after Talladega Nights and Anchorman.
Great
and-
Will Ferrell movies.
It wasn't supposed to be that, you know.
But it like I remember watching those other movies before I went to go see that, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, you have
Oh.
to come in to completely separate from
Mhm.
those. I thought it was very deep. I thought it was very moving. I enjoyed his performance. I thought it was a very good, well written, well directed movie.
He's he's an IRS guy who has like little to no personality, and someone's writing a book and using his name, so he's hearing, and all the events that she's saying about the book that she's writing is happening to him. But
I guess kind of because
I
then
don't
he
really
like
watch
meets
a lot of
her.
movies.
well, he
Besides
meets her, but he also
Super
meets the new love of his life, who's complete opposite of him.
Yeah.
I tend to rewatch movies that I like. So I
I
really
only
want to
buy
watch.
movies I want to rewatch.
I really want to watch Hook again. Like I saw somebody
Hook?
at Comic Con
Bob
dressed up as Rufio at Comic Con, and I was like, oh my god, I want to watch Hook again.
And
Really,
Rufio
really
was
bad.
actually supposed to be there too, but canceled.
Oh.
Oh, Donnie Brasco.
Canceled. Oh, that was pretty good.
Are you just waiting to do the longest silence
Yeah.
now?
Somebody at work was like, "Are you gonna cut out the silences?" And I was like, "God, no. I love them."
Leave him in there.
The silences are your commercial break.
I'll be right back.
And we're back. Anything else?
I don't know if I'm excited for it, but I'm interested to see what happens with the Batman Superman movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Interested.
They
Not
teased
excited.
the trailer today.
Oh god, so like a half a second.
Yeah, something. I didn't watch it.
So,
I hate teaser trailers. You're so stupid.
I
Just give me the trailer. I don't really care.
Alright, so I actually give Eisenberg credit for actually shaving his head now, because I know that was a rumor that he wasn't going to have a shaved head as Luthor.
Who does he look like? He looks like
Michael Cera.
No, he doesn't look like him.
No.
He acts like Michael Cera. He
Yeah,
doesn't look
he
like.
look
He
when he
kinda
shaves his
did,
head. He looks
sort
like
of.
Adam Sessler.
Oh god.
He does, like
Oh,
spitting.
with the shaved head.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I
show you.
am excited for.
I'm excited about
I don't know.
I'm
if I,
apprehensive. I don't know.
like I like Ben Affleck, but I don't know if I want him as Batman. Like I really
and we
don't.
and we know his opinion already because he follows Kevin Smith's opinion on that one.
Yeah, I just like. I mean, like I really like. I think he's an awesome actor. I don't discredit him in
Yeah,
any
he
way,
could
but I
act.
don't think he's
Geely.
Batman. I just don't think he's Batman. Just like
No.
don't get me started on the
Argo,
Suicide Squad.
the
Squad movie.
town. The guy is the shit.
Geely.
I don't discredit him as an
Okay,
actor.
let's tell me how you really feel about the Suicide Squad.
I don't even like. Ugh.
Oh wait.
Jared Leto as Joker?
Oh
Who
my
the
God.
fuck? Like, who
No
made
one's
that
gonna listen to
decision?
this.
Talk about Pretty Boy. Oh
No,
my
Who
God.
made
actually,
that decision?
They actually released what he's going to
Wait,
look like
like
a little
good?
bit.
Like you have a crush on him?
No, I mean, like,
Oh,
he's
okay.
too pretty to play Joker.
Oh, okay.
He just like
I thought you were
classic.
like getting into
He's
it.
Pretty
way
boy.
too pretty to play Joker. He's like
side note, side note, fans said the same thing about Ledger.
I don't see.
Everyone goes back to that,
But Jared Leto fucking 30 Seconds to Mars like pretends he's a musician now.
Yeah.
Like
Fight
I
Club.
liked
Fight Club.
I liked Jared Leto. Don't get me wrong. I think I liked his music for a while, and I liked his acting. But then he became Joker. I'm like, who the fuck
Yeah.
made that? Like, who ruined my what was gonna be an awesome movie? And then they threw like the weirdest shit together. Like some model was playing like Kara, whatever her face with the weird eyebrows was playing somebody, and then fucking Will Smith, and then like some girl that I don't think can be Harley Quinn, and that's my favorite fucking person.
She is good.
But
She's
I just
gonna
don't
be
think
Harley
she's
Quinn,
Harley
very
Quinn.
good.
You want Tara Strong as Harley Quinn, don't
It's
you?
just, I don't know. Like it's just I have this specific image in my mind until
Adam
I,
Sessler.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
But today they just released a picture of Jared Leto kind of in makeup. You see lipstick
I
and
can
his
see
green
it.
hair a little bit.
where is this picture? Let me see, because I
No,
don't
okay,
think.
Yeah, he has
No.
his Nikon camera.
No. It's like
Fuck outta
no.
here.
It's like a shot up like this, so it's not going to
Oh,
be the
it's a
best
different
picture.
one.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not going to be the best picture. Please don't
He
hate.
posted one on.
Where is this? What do
I
I
saw it
search?
on IGN. Just do Jared Leto Joker. See what happens.
Joker picture.
Hey, I'm the Joker.
Actually, I still think there's a miscasting for Amanda Waller in the Suicide
See,
Squad.
no, fuck the no, just no. That's not. They're gonna ruin that movie, and I'm gonna hate the Joker, and I'm gonna want to cry. I'm gonna.
Okay. So when everyone else is watching Suicide Squad, just watch The Dark Knight again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna be so mad if I don't watch it, and then I'm just gonna be mad after I watch
No,
it. It's gonna happen.
here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna choose not to watch it for a little bit, and then everyone's gonna come to you like, "Oh, this movie was so great, it's so great." You're gonna go watch it and just punch everyone who told you it was great.
Because they're gonna watch that movie because that's gonna be their first introduction to Harley and the joke, like real introduction to all those characters, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is so great." They're gonna like picture them as that, and then everybody's gonna dress up like those characters from that fucking movie, and then I want to punch everybody in the face. I know it's gonna happen, and I just feel the rage because nobody
Passionate.
Tell us how you really feel.
I think it's the worst casting of a movie ever. I don't mind Will Smith. I don't mind Will Smith. I don't mind like, some of the other people. Like, okay, I could deal with Harley Quinn, but fuck, when they cast Jared Leto as a Joker, like I lost it.
It's a very like. Moment.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Worst.
I'm not for it.
Ooh. Worst casting.
But like Keaton, you know, like. Oh, Keaton's gonna be Batman? Are you fucking kidding me?
I still think he's made the best Batman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it was good.
See, again, like,
did you think about the press at that time?
I
Everyone
can
was
live,
like,
but that's the thing. I could rather live with Ben Affleck being fucking Batman than I could live with Jared Leto being the Joker. Like that's how strongly I feel about him being.
To be fair, I can agree with you. I don't think he's gonna do the best job, but I don't know about Eisenberg playing Lex Luthor. I think that's worse.
I think that's just weird.
Yeah, they're both very weird.
And DC, like, they only have, like, the Batman thing going for them right now, and they're just gonna why would you do that? Like, come on, like, Marvel's kicking your ass right now, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna cast Jared Leto as the Joker, it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Gonna make all the weird casting decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they're just, like, going all in.
They got, like, Marvel fucking has Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, oh, you gotta compete with that. That's fucking, like...
But again, like, actual Guardians fans didn't think that was gonna work.
Yeah.
That's true.
Chris Pratt fans didn't think it would work. I didn't think
You
it would
didn't.
work.
Like, the only casting I think Marvel's actually done right based on even before I watched the movie. Before I watched the movie.
Oh.
Before I watched the movie.
I was like, Chris Pratt did a really good fucking job.
Before
Like, what are you
I watched
talking about?
the movie. There's two. I actually thought Batista as Drax worked really well, especially since he went out and got acting lessons the day after he got cast. And Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark.
Yeah, they did a really good job with Iron Man.
When nothing flies over my head, I would catch it.
Because the second I heard that casting, I was like, oh, I can see him as a billionaire playboy.
Yeah, like, you just look at him and it's like, yeah, that's Iron. Like, you can't not look at him.
Fucking Thor, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Hemsworth, I was like, see it.
So, like, you can see it. Like, even one that I guess...
He kind of just walks into the casting room and you're like, you got it, man.
No, what's funny? Thor was cast between him and his brother, and him and his brother look exactly alike. Yeah. It's like the funniest thing. Like,
I think they look kind of really different, actually.
I think they look pretty. Like, the only thing with Chris is like his eyes are a little squintier.
What's funny is they actually have a third brother who is just like not good looking. He looks
so
nothing like
that's
them.
That's so sad. You're like
the Wahlburgers.
Yeah.
The Wahlbergs have like two pretty good guys and then one guy that's like.
Oh, and then
it's like, what happened?
And then you like try to tell them that you're their brother, and
don't forget,
no,
Will
like
Smith
no.
has a third kid.
Huh?
Will Smith has a second son.
Oh,
Does he really? He has another kid?
Yeah, he's got
just
three
not
kids.
talked about?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Well, because you're gonna have that kid that's like, oh, Jaden's doing that. I'm gonna go do this.
And Willow's doing the whip my hair back and forth song.
Oh, God.
See what's mad is, like, I really love Will Smith. I fucking hate all of his children. Like, I think they're it's the worst.
Yeah, they're very
I'm one of the only people who might say this. Even though he was bad in it, I actually like the new Karate Kid.
No.
With Jackie Chan.
No. Stop. Just stop.
Get out.
Just leave.
You and your iRobot and your Fucking Karate Kid remakes.
It wasn't that bad.
iRobot was better than Karate Kid, okay? You have to give me that. Yeah. It was way better than Karate Kid.
Oh, come on. Everyone has movies that they know are bad.
Nope, not me.
Super Mario Brothers movie?
I'm not going to defend it.
But you enjoy it.
I enjoyed it as a kid.
But see, everybody kind of, like, those are movies that are bad, but everybody kind of enjoys them. Like, sci-fi movies. Your movie's just fucking bad. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
it's also newer, so it's not, like, nostalgia.
Yeah,
so
see, that's the other problem.
You're trying to defend something that's too new. Yeah, it's a tough call. I wouldn't want to be you right now.
You have to look at it objectively. Don't think back to the old Ralph Macchio.
No, just no. And then fucking Justin Bieber sings in it, which makes it even worse.
Okay, that's awful. But to be fair, Jackie Chan makes a... To be fair, Jackie Chan makes a better trainer than Pat Morita did, whatever his last name was.
See, I kind of wish Jackie Chan
think of the way he was
training.
training.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Wash my car, do my dishes, bro.
Whereas Jackie Chan actually taught him how to do kung fu.
It's subliminal. That's the whole point. That's the best part. He's like, why am I fucking washing this car? God damn it. Son of a bitch. Oh, wait. And he's like, and then at the end, and he heals him.
You're not making your point there.
So good. What's his name? Pat?
It's Pat.
That guy's name is
Pat.
Pat?
Yeah, his real name was Pat. Look it up, Mr. Miyagi.
I believe you.
Pat.
I'm just surprised. I love Pat. And then he has him trim his tree in the second one. He's like, God, why am I trimming this tree? Yeah, exactly.
Huh?
What discipline?
So is the other. Have you actually
I
watched
Pat
the Chronicles?
Morita.
I didn't actually see it.
The new one. You've seen it.
Look, he's so funny looking.
Aw.
His name is Pat.
He was good.
I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm saying for a role of Kung Fu Master, I think I would take Jackie Chan.
Oh, he died.
Oh.
Yeah, he died like a couple of years ago.
He died in 2005.
Wish I was
You know,
okay,
a couple,
many years.
couple years ago.
About a decade ago.
He was
God,
73 when he died, though, so justified. Like, he was
Yeah.
kind of old. Like,
I wonder if somebody went in there and was like,
Oh god. So you don't like Jackie Chan?
I did like
I like Jackie Chan.
I
I
just
like Rush Hour.
done.
I'm just done with him being in movies. Like, he kind of just does the same thing every time. It's
He hasn't
okay,
done
Jackie
really
Chan.
great movies.
We're done. Like, he
His
just-
older movies in like the late 80s, 90s.
City Hunter.
City Hunter. Have you watched City Hunter yet?
No, I haven't seen
It's
that.
so
Oh,
bad.
watch it. It's
It's amazing.
It's one of those movies like it's the
How
premise.
new is it?
Oh, it's like
It's
90s.
old.
Okay.
So you like Drunken Master and those
Mm.
ones. Did you? What was your take on Forbidden Kingdom then?
I don't
3 hours.
know. I didn't really touch that one too
30
often.
minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 224. I don't really have an opinion on that one. I only watched it like maybe once or twice.
Not even recording. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
still
not recorded.
Did
recording?
you press record?
I pressed record.
Oh my god, that'd be so hilarious. Just talk for 2.5 hours straight.
It would be an audio only episode.
Nothing.
We also have to announce that next week there will be no podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we'll be on vacation! Just kidding.
Vacation.
I wanted to be like sad, like we have to cancel the podcast.
Gone forever.
Our religious comments in the last topic.
I was canceled.
And now NBC won't pay for us anymore. My Domino's, my Thursday Domino's fix. They won't pay for it.
Oh, sad.
What were we talking about?
Movies and shows. Movies.
I said
and
that I hadn't seen the movie.
Forbidden Kingdom.
Yeah, I only seen it like once or twice, so.
Oh, not bad. I liked it.
Yeah. I don't remember not liking it because it was a while ago. But I would like a collection, like a Bruce Lee collection, a Jackie Chan collection. I would watch those movies again.
Watch City Hunter. It's on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
I think so. It's awful, but it's great.
It's so funny.
You just
Dresses
like.
up as Chun-Li.
Yep. You just like the Street Fighter part.
Yes.
Oh, I've heard of that now.
Because it's like accurate.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Because I talked about it like last week or 2 weeks ago podcast.
Did you? Yeah. How'd we do?
Pretty well.
Everybody got their ideas out?
Yep. And then some.
A
Well,
little bit.
that's been another episode of A Piece of Schmidt. Thank you guys for joining, girlfriends and man friend.